identification.
Let's go.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Storms are here. Uh-oh.
Really?
Jersey flooding. Ooh.
Yeah.
We didn't get too much. We got a little bit the other day, and just a spritz, and then a downpour, and then it was gone and heated everything up. Today we had, just drizzle most of the morning.
I was in a deluge for hours. Yeah. I mean, bad.
half the Gulf was dumping on you.
Well, no, it's the thing coming from the east, moving west. It's
it was going the other way. Okay.
Hopefully it doesn't turn into anything, but
yeah.
And it's headed right toward a state that doesn't need any more rain, so that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Grace. Hey, Dana. Hello, Miss B and Sandy.
Yeah.
And
Bubble Bibble's in here too.
Northeast Jersey flooding. Yeah, well, that would be me back in the day. 1973, we had the bad flood there. A friend of mine, Jeffrey Langhorne, died. He was out trying to save people in the flood, and he got washed down the street. He got stuck under a VW Bug or Beetle Volkswagen, and that's where he drowned. It was a bad flood.
Yeah, that's what I heard. There's getting more rain, possible floods there again.
Mm-hmm. Seems like that's the trending thing now.
Yeah.
Damaging floods all over.
I really wish Trump would stop making it rain.
I don't know.
That
I don't think anymore.
it gets me. Well, now that with the court thing that's going on now with the school or Department of Education,
Right?
Which I really think that the states should handle their own business.
Absolutely.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Even with it's when the government started putting their 2 cents in it, our scores plummeted. Yeah. Because nowadays all they do is teach you how to pass the test.
Right.
They don't teach you what the test is about, just what the test is.
Right.
And I'm not saying one thing or other, but my oldest son, who's in the Army now, he wouldn't do nothing until it was time for the test at the end of I think it was 9 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever it was. And then he would pass the test. He didn't. He never did homework. And he always got his grades were F's until test time, and then his grades would go back up to B's and A's and B's. And that's the problem with the system. It's you can just wing it and get by, and you don't learn anything that way. I mean, he's still smart. He passed his, was it AFEB or whatever that thing is called for the military, that you have to be able to pass
for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what it's called. But he passed that and got in no problem. Of course, right now, I think if you fell, they'd still let you in. recruiting at the
High
lowest it's
level.
ever been.
I thought it was at the, well, maybe it's the Air Force is at the highest. And the Army met its expectations for this year already. At least that's what the news said.
Well, they might be going up, but when you know who was in office, it was the lowest it's ever been. Of course, nobody could figure out if they were male or female back then. So,
I know.
but I figure we'll go over a few things that I seen pop up. Where did it go? And see where we go from there. You hear about the Biden's auto pin. Just when you think we have that phase of our lives gone, pops up again. Well, right now they're finding out the pardons that he signed. He didn't sign. It was the auto pin thing or whatever you call it. So who okayed these? You know, who okayed it to be used, and who okayed these people to be pardoned? And you know, of course, the big one is Fauci. Why pardon somebody that's not in trouble, according to the government?
I hope she feels better, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, them toothaches are a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
They can affect so much. I've heard people having toothache so much their backs hurt from the pain.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a lot that wasn't released on that either. And whenever we get to the other one, the guy that we can't talk about, I hate to say it, but seems Trump may be hiding something or not wanting something to come out for whatever reason it could be. It's hard to say. It could be just somebody that's in his camp.
Well,
hard to say.
I've been bouncing back and forth on this issue myself. And I thought, well, if they had all this dirt on him, they would have released it before the election. You know, the DS and the lefties. And so it's either there's more to be investigated and it's another ruse, you know, what is it? The art of war. Cause I mean, he's very good at it, you know, distraction. And then next thing, you know, bam, you know, here comes this, here comes that. Here's that. So I'm going to give a wait and see. Cause see, now they're on the box. They've been called out by their own brand. So, you know, now they're front and center, and they're going to have to, you know, put up or shut up or do something.
Yeah. The only thing is, what about the people who say there is something on him, but if they release it, it's on them too. You know.
Well, that could be.
I'm not saying the whole party's involved in this or anything like that, but you never know.
No. I mean, just what the sleaze bag in Butler.
Yeah.
On the roof there. We're learning new stuff every
Yeah.
freaking day. So I mean, you know, and how do you put an agent in charge of a drone? And that's the first day she actually flew a drone, and then the drone breaks and has
Yeah,
to be. I mean,
there's a lot of it.
yeah, and that's coincidental. I don't think so.
No.
Uh-uh.
Well, there also here. Let me find a report, and this has just come out not too long ago at 1 o'clock. Um, text messages show Secret Service agents disclosing operational details to a stranger on Trump's goings on. So this Secret Service is, I don't know, I haven't clicked on it or anything, but yeah, Monday released a text messages from Secret Service agent uh, in inviting a stranger to the White House, disclosing operational details and disparaging President Trump without knowing her identity. Secret Service agent, I'm not going to give names, invited a female project journalist to the White House. They don't do that. They're not in charge of inviting people. The undercover journalist expressed her hatred for President Trump, to which so and so replied, "Yeah, he's doing a lot of wacky stuff right now." Other words in there too, but I'm not going to say them.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody you've never seen before, or you may have seen a picture on a dating app or something, and yeah. How is it that this is a thing still? You would think these people are vented, really vented, you know, to make sure that they're not giving out details and stuff, because it's happened before. Who knows
Yeah.
how many things have been leaked or stuff like that. Read
Well,
who's?
you can always go back to what 2020 or 2016, 2015 for that matter, and it's this use that same old adage: enjoy the show, because that encompasses everything.
Yeah, Jeff, your emails never make it to my inbox. You're still sending emails to Bushcraft Family at gmail.com. That's not my email. That poor guy's trying to figure out who in the hell all these people are. And I found out there is no email for that Bushcraft Family at gmail.com. They just wouldn't let me have it, so I had to put mail on it. Always remember, it's Bushcraft Family Mail at gmail.com. Yeah, I'm like, what's the lock lips for that going on with that? I don't know. Oops. You figure, or should wait and try to get a deal, maybe, so she can get out of jail, type of thing, before she's, or maybe that's her only safe place, is being in
Yeah,
jail. I don't know.
we'll cut a deal.
Yeah.
There's so many different scenarios where this could be going.
Yeah, and we only
Involving
hear like maybe 1-2% of what's actually going on.
and involving some heavy hitters that
Welcome
you know
the new
are
member to the channel.
Hey, Marshmallow Man, thank you for being a member. 16 months.
months. It's a long time, Lewis.
Yeah, the one that I was looking at earlier. Oh yeah, here it is. No, that's something different. They must have removed it. I was looking at a story earlier, and which I can go find it here real quick. But I was reading on Trump Social, if I can find it. Got too many links and too many tabs. What is that? That's something new. Okay. Keep looking, keep looking. Well, he has a lot of stuff pinned.
Maybe you're hearing the thunder out my window.
Oh, he's moved. He removed it. Okay. Anyway. Oh no, here it is. It's a day later. Okay. This is a quite big read, so I'm just going to go ahead and read it all here. What's going on with my boys, and in some cases gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is doing a fantastic job. We're on one team, MAGA, and I don't like what's happening. We have a perfect administration, the talk of the town or talk of the world, and selfish people are trying to hurt it, all over a guy who never dies. Jeffrey, you know who. For years, it's been you know who, over and over and over and again. Why are we giving publicity to files written by Obama, crooked Hillary, Commie, Brennan, and the losers and criminals of the Biden administration, who coined the world or conned the world with the Russia hoax, 51 intelligence agencies, the laptop from hell, and more. They created the you know what files, just like they created the fake Hillary Clinton, Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me. And now my so-called friends are playing right into their hands. Why didn't these radical left lunatics release the you know what files if there was anything in there that could have hurt the MAGA movement?
Right.
Why didn't they use it? They haven't even given up on the JFK or Martin Luther King files, no matter how much success we have had securing the border, deporting criminals, fixing the economy, energy dominance, and safer world where Iran will not have nuclear weapons. It's never enough for some people. We are about to achieve more in 6 months than the other administration did has achieved in over 100 years. Well, he wasn't in office for 800 years, but okay. And we have so much more to do. We are saving our country and making America great again, which will continue to be our complete priority. The left is imploding. Kash Patel and the FBI must be focused on investigating voter fraud, political corruption. I'm not going to say that. It's a blue thing.
Right.
The rigged and stolen thing that happened in 2020, and arresting thugs and criminals instead of spending months after month looking at nothing but the same old radical left inspired documents on Jeffrey Dude. Let Pam Bondi do her job. She's great. The 2020 election was rigged and stolen, and they tried to do the same in 2024. That's what she is looking into as AG, and much more. 1 year ago, our country was dead. Now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world. Let's keep it that way and not waste time and energy on the Jeffrey thing. Somebody that nobody cares about. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Yeah.
And again, there's a chance he could be right. There is nothing there.
I just can't see. I mean, he learned a big lesson his first term. He learned, because he wasn't a politician then. I mean, he was the Democrat at one time. He was at Hillary Clinton's. I just think that he's too smart to let something like this happen again. And I could be wrong. I'm just saying it's Trump. He's not stupid. He's used to DC now.
He's a chess player.
Yeah. You know, if it were me, if I had to pick an AG, I would have put Judge Jeanine Pirro in as AG, because she would have just. I mean, she's like a fireball.
Well,
she'd get it done.
Now this is going back to the 2020 thing. The thing is, I think, and I listened to, I think it was a podcast of some sort, but it started triggering things that made a lot of sense. It was meant for Biden to be president in 2020, and Trump let it happen, even though he knew things were happening behind the scenes and stuff. He let it happen.
Well, he used to say, "We got it all." Remember?
Yeah, and I really think that as a country, we needed to go through that.
Yep.
And just like this chess move that he did, letting him be arrested and all that went on. The first felony president, well, no, he was the second one, but yeah, I think he plays ahead of time. He plays moves ahead. That's why I said he's a good chess player. And I don't even know if he plays chess.
That's why it's hard for me to believe that he would make a move like that and then have this supposed, infighting with the different agencies.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for a reason.
Yeah. And this is just my opinion. I don't say it.
Right.
I just said my beliefs and what I thought by listening to this podcast. And I wish I would have got the beginning of it, but I only caught the toward the end part of it, but it was making a lot of sense. And yeah, it just made a lot of sense. Yeah, it. I mean, it did. If you look at and these people had like a list of stuff that if he became president, he wouldn't been able to do anything with said things. The list of things because of how they were after him, his first term. He couldn't do anything, but letting somebody else, a shell of a man, take over and do what he did. Look at how the table has flipped from them 4 years. The
He's
House,
steamrolling now.
the Senate, you know, the whole shebang. And now he can do stuff a little easier than he could do stuff back then.
Well, the House better get it in gear and get stuff done and send
Yeah.
it to the Senate because midterms, you know.
Let me find that other thing here. Yeah, that if you look like some of the news things that post a bunch of different news, it's every other post is about the Jeffrey guy.
Yeah,
about his files and stuff.
It's all anti-T-Man, I'll tell you, all of it.
Yeah.
It's even on here. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
It's you're back to 2015, 2020. It's all the same crap.
Yeah.
Well, they're lying about this, lying about that.
And, well, I'm surprised. It was, you know, with this last thing with the education thing, if there's something bigger, real big, that's going to hit the shelves, you know, that he wants passed or something like that, look to see a lot more of this popping up. There'll be leaks of this and leaks of that. And how do we know these leaks are true or not? And that's the thing is anything that the government, they say something, it's like, do you believe it? And then the more people talk about, you know, he could be saying, you know, he's going to create a new hamburger at McDonald's, and there be conspiracy about that hamburger. Oh, it's because of, you know, Stormy Daniels or something like that. There'd be so many different theories.
I got a good reply for that, but I can't do it. Oh man, that's perfect too. But all of those people that did that were conspirators or whatever you want, whether they're high up or whatever, just to help ruin this country, they should all be charged with sedition. Period, across the board, every single one of them.
And that's the thing, when they just go home and go back to work the next day.
Yeah.
That makes you wonder what's going on in the government that they don't go after their own. It's because they all have files on everybody that's in there.
Yep. Both sides are dirty.
You need
I'll tell you, there's Tom Tillis. He's a dirty rhino. Lindsey Graham. He's a horrible rhino.
Yeah.
Jeff Sessions was a rhino. Geez, let me remember all of them. It's loaded with them.
Yeah, probably. I'm surprised. I'm surprised he hasn't made a value meal or a combo from McDonald's or something. I better not give him any ideas. I I wouldn't eat it because I still wouldn't touch McDonald's food. uh,
Oh, I had a Wendy's burger the other day. My brother brought it over. So my pops, he had one of them junior cheeseburgers, a kid's meal, because he don't eat a lot. And it was a double with bacon. Oh man, that just made my stomach go, ugh.
Baconator,
Yeah, and that never
greasy baconator.
beef never used to bother me.
Yeah.
It must be what they put in it in the fast food store.
Well, Wendy's is their burgers are never frozen, so they say. But
Yeah.
um, same thing with Hardee's. Hardee's is not supposed to be frozen either. There's one more. I can't remember what it was.
Charles something.
But
Charlie's something down here.
the only thing is they in a lot of places you get your hamburger and stuff, they actually pour water in there, and depending where that water is from that ground beef, you could be getting some tainted water, not to mention
Yeah.
the burger itself. But that's how they get that. They keep the juice inside the burger.
Right. Now I cooked a burger last night, but it was frozen from I think it's Black Angus brand. It's at a Publix, but I'm sure other places have it.
Yeah.
And I use the ice cube trick.
Oh yeah.
After I cook both sides, when it's about medium rare, I'll stick a real tiny chip of ice there, and it'll just dissipate down and cook even. And didn't have any problem with that one. I mean, I didn't get sick. It kept repeating on me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I forgot to turn the bot on.
uh-oh.
There we go. I had to go through about 15 windows before I got to the desktop.
B, are you referring to how we always talk about food?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing is that they'll and like when you get ground beef, a lot of them they'll pour some water in there and let it soak into the meat. That way, it's heavier and you get less actual meat. You get a little bit of water with it. And butchers still do this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell if you take it home and you go squeeze it, and a lot of water comes out.
Right. Ooh.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah. We're getting another round coming through. Poor Jack. He just jumped off his bed. Come here, Jackie boy.
Yeah, Burger King's grill marks are painted on, and I wonder what is the stuff that they used for the paint to get them to stay on there.
That's creepy, man. Painting.
Yeah.
Works.
They run through a conveyor belt, and there's a thing that goes and sprays on them, and then it goes over, and they get the other side.
That's creepy.
Yeah, that's unless you get an actual butcher that goes butchers by per cow. You know, they'll get a just one cow in there, and they'll cut all the scraps off that cow, and then they'll grind it up. We have one down here, but it's way overpriced for their stuff, and then depending where they get their cows, some of them are extremely chubby on the outside. I'll put it that way. And I don't have nothing wrong with fat and everything, but there's a difference in the meat when they're force fed grain and stuff to fatten them up. But what else did I see in news here today?
Oh, I saw they're upgrading the not the B2, the flying wing, the B1 Lancer, the B1B Lancer. That's got the retractable wing that moves forward and moves back like a Tomcat would.
Yeah.
They've upgraded the pylons to where they can carry the real heavy hitter ordnance on the wings now too, not just in the hold. So they're kind of updating the fleet of Lancers, so which is a good thing because they fly supersonic where the B1 doesn't or the B2 doesn't.
Yeah, let me see if I still have it. Might be on this page. I don't know where it's at now. I have so many links. Oh, here it is, I think. Yeah. It's defense news. It's the actual military puts this out and stuff, and they'll put in there for different branches. They have air warfare, land, naval, space, cyber, Pentagon, Congress, global, and you can go through it and see the latest news and stuff from that. It's just defensenews.com. And a lot of times I'll look at I'll go through each of the ones. Images show shredded K646 boom that led to emergency landing.
Yeah.
That was in the news not too long ago. Some A-10 warthogs may dodge retirement under proposed Senate bill.
Oh, they don't need to get rid of the warthog. They need the warthog.
Yeah. I mean, that thing is awesome. Even as old as it is, it's still.
It's a great platform.
Yeah. So-and-so for extensive reforms to Pentagon drone buying practices. France asked partners to rethink work share on fighter project. They're trying to get stuff for free again.
Europe already made a joint fighter, isn't it? The Typhoon, Britain and France and Netherlands, and I think it's called the Typhoon.
Let's see here. Rethink future combat air system retract the schedule. Would see a future fighter enter into service 2040 onwards.
Oh Lord!
And yeah, their last one didn't go. Yeah, that must be the one you're talking about.
Typhoon.
Yeah, it is outdated before it got here, evidently.
It's mediocre.
Yeah. It's an idea until it takes them too long to get it together, and then it's like, oops.
And then it's an afterthought.
Yeah.
I know I saw they sent a stealth. I forget the name of the ship. It's a naval ship, but it's supposed to be stealth. And they sent it over to some port in Japan. And it's supposed to, as the article puts it, have the hypersonic missiles that we supposedly didn't have, but now all of a sudden we do. That's.
Whoops, you caught us.
Yeah. The U.S. is never going to be behind any of these other countries.
Oh,
They're just
no.
going to say what they got.
Nah, yeah. You see what we got after when we use it.
Right. And all of these pundits and whatever, and they're talking about the Sea of Japan and the Straits of China and what a horrible war was. China has zero naval battle experience. They don't have any experience fighting on water.
Yeah.
China.
War games don't help.
No.
Or don't count, I should say.
They will have so much. I don't know if it was the Zimwalt or not. It could have been the Zimwalt class. Could be. They would have so much crap flying at their ships before they would be lit up like a Roman candle before. It's a joke. And that these people, they've got 3 times the ships we got. So what? They're like matchsticks.
Yeah. Yeah, Army seeks 197 billion for FY26 budget. It's for drones and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'd rather a drone get shot down than a man in a plane get shot down any day. If you want to do robots and drones do war, I'm all for that. But it's not going to stay that way.
Oh, the storm turned around. It's coming back.
Back to basics. Army revamps flight school after deadly crash. That's that Lakota helicopter thing.
Oh, I know what I saw too. I forget the company that won the contract. The Osprey that can turn its rotors, the wings can, go up like a helicopter and then straight.
Yeah.
Well, now they've got a version of that, but it's jet engines. So that'd be interesting.
Kind of like the Harrier.
Yeah. Jump jet.
Jim might get some rain. Space Force is building out more realistic digital training environments. Starcom plans to transition Swarm to a cloud-based environment in the next year or two if it has the funding to support the effort. Usually there's not too much with the Space Force, but the Space Force picks Boeing for a $2.8 billion strategic communication program. Oh, that's probably the satellite thing that they were talking about Yeah. An alternative to Starlink. I wonder why. Naval. Let's see what Naval's got going on. Delays in Navy's next-gen submarine threatens U.S. sea power, report says. U.S. commander says China has failed to coerce rivals in South China Sea. New aircraft carriers face years of delivery delays. So they look like they're not going to be done until 2027. NATO tests Baltic Sea drones to track Russian warship freighters. That's been a thing for 20 years already. Hey, Dana, you finally getting some rain there? Hey, Ziggy. Let's see what Cyber has going on. Oh, yeah, this is the one that I was wanting to read about. This is for Air Force weather experts. The cloud is the future, rain or shine. This is where they can basically use the cloud to communicate where other people can't get signals and stuff, or they're being jammed or stuff. They use clouds. And I'm assuming there would be something sprayed upon these clouds to where they could use them for that, or something within the clouds. You know what I mean? And this, according to this, started happening in 2015-ish. This is efficient and capable could base environments as the Air Force largest special purpose data processing node. Well, that would be interesting. I probably shouldn't talk too much more about that. Interesting. I'll go ahead and drop a link to that if anybody wants to check it out. It's just a bunch of stuff from the military and whatnot, things that they do and what they have planned and whatnot. Also, let me see if I can bring this up. If you haven't noticed, Bushcraft and Bear Show are coming back Wednesday. So after we're done here, make sure everybody goes over there and hits the like button and leave a comment or something in chat. That way they actually share it out. So we actually might get some of the old viewers back again. But yeah, me and Jeff will be back Wednesday. Not sure what, of course, we'll be talking about food because Jeff always has to bring up food. So we'll be back Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you remember that. Close that. And I think what we're going to do is 1 week will be on mine next, and then the following week will be on Jeff's, and we'll rotate back and forth and see how things go from there. Also, let me see if there's anything in this here. Oh, this report I thought was interesting and something to think about. As summer temperatures climb across the U.S., so does the strain on the power grid that they still haven't fixed, even though, you know, Biden with his $1 trillion to fix the power grid and everything. Millions rely on air conditioning, refrigeration, and medical devices to stay safe during extreme heat. But what happens if the grid can't keep up? According to NERC, North American Electric Reliability Corporation, more states than ever face the risk of blackouts during the summer of 2025. While we hope for a smooth summer, the reality is that our electrical infrastructure is aging and more vulnerable to extreme weather than many people realize. For those of you who like to stay ahead of the curve, whether you're a full-fledged prepper or just someone who values self-reliance, understanding these risks is the first step in staying safe and comfortable if the power goes out. And we're going to go through a list here. Let me see if they have it. These are the states most at risk for blackouts in 2025, and this comes from the people themselves who run this, the power grid. Most of these states fall under the Mid-Continental Independent System Operator, the Southwest Power Pool, and large parts of Texas covered by the ERCOT, I think it is. But here are the list, and this is 20 states. Arkansas, Illinois, which, yeah, Indiana, since they're kind of sharing the stuff with Illinois. Iowa again's in that location. One that's surprising to me was Kentucky. Our next one is Louisiana. Then we have Michigan, which makes sense because of where their grid's location, where they call it, it's kind of like where it splits off. They're in the same boat with Illinois, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, which I was kind of skeptical with the Missouri one. I don't know. Montana, North Dakota and South Dakota, Wisconsin, and of course Texas. Texas is always going to be on that list. Kansas, Nebraska, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Wyoming. You notice New York didn't get put on this list. It's very, very odd. In the Midwest, states like Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota are in the danger zone thanks to a fragile energy mix. Many coal and natural gas plants have been retired, leaving these areas heavily reliant on wind and solar. But when the wind stops blowing and the sun hides, the grid struggles. And again, who put this in who made this to where they're having issues? When I say the natural gas and the coal plants or power plants were shut down, not retired, they were shut down. The Southwest power pools states include Kansas, Nebraska, and Oklahoma are in much better shape. These regions face soaring summer demand paired with unpredictable wind generation. When a heat wave hits and turbines set idle, entire communities can risk going dark for hours. And it's just like, I know a YouTuber right now that it's blistering hot and there is no wind to be seen. And you wouldn't think that we would rely on that, or certain states would rely on wind. And solar only works as so much. I heard a noise. Solar only works so much. And believe it or not, if solar panels get too hot, they will actually slow down. We've already spent plenty of blackouts hit in the summer, proving just how shaky and overworked our power plants really are. On June 18th, severe storms and tornadoes ripped through Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, leaving nearly 1.2 million people powerless. Jacksonville, Illinois took a hard blow. Over 11,000 folks were left in the dark overnight with no clue when the lights would come back. And that's the scary thing, is when it's not a down power line or stuff and you call to how long is it going to be, when's the power coming back? They don't know. They'll give you a wonky, anytime now, And, what can you do to prepare for these things? Depends how long the power's out. If it's 1 or 2 weeks, you can run a generator for that much, and it's going to cost you probably a couple $100 to keep that going. But saving your food in your freezer and stuff, it's probably worth it. But I remember when we'd have some storms in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, power was out for at least a month to 2 months sometimes if the storms were really bad. Nowadays, they're right on top of this stuff. If a power line goes down, 1-2 days. When a tree fell on this one back here, the only issue we had was they had to have a guy come in, or somebody come in and determine if one crew could come in and clear the branches and the debris and stuff, so that the power line guys could put the new lines up. That was the biggest waste.
Hey, Charles, I'm going to come in and out. I've got a little problem with power here.
Okay.
Kind of flickering. I'm going to try something different.
Okay. Yeah, I have quite a few solar things. I've had this thing in my window, and it's green, of course. It pops out, and that probably sounds really bad on the speakers. It's pretty bright for this little bitty thing. Oops, flashing light. And then it has a little flashlight at the bottom. Oops, dang it, go off. And I can use it to actually charge with too. So yeah, I'm not against having a lot of things solar. And I've actually got some solar panels that were meant for lights that have batteries, pretty good sized batteries in them, that I could rig up for other purposes. There are some areas I will put a solar panel against the window, so it gets light, and they put out some good amperage. Yeah, and they don't cost that much. And if they last, like if you're out of power for a couple weeks and they go out a week or two, they well worth it. You use them at night and take them outside, put them in the sun. When we didn't have any, when the tree fell and we lost the power down here, during the daytime in the back of the truck, I had like a bunch of solar devices. I had, I don't know if it's in here. Well, I had this radio. I would charge that up because I'd use it for the radio and whatnot. I have another one. I think it's in my bug out bag, that I would charge my phone up at night, and a couple other little devices that I would use. Yeah, I've got one of those on my my list, my Amazon list thing, because it'd be good to have. I could rig a battery up to do the same thing, but I'd rather have a nice little container that I can just pick up and carry around and just plop up a solar panel on the roof or something. And it's probably not on sale anymore. I should look. I've had a few companies. Yeah, I've had a few companies send me some of those power stations. Oh yeah, it went way up. Dang. Are you serious? It went up that much? Holy moly. Dang. During the Amazon days, this thing was $7 or $6 or $3.99. It's now $7.99. Dang. It's a Jackery Explorer. It's one of their newer ones. Yeah, 1500 watt. Yeah, I probably don't need nothing that big. Just something to use to charge up a solar or some fans and stuff like that. Yeah, I forget the one I got that folds out and has a big bank at the end of it. We used it and charged up 3 phones and still had probably 50% at least. Well, a laptop and 3 phones at night when the power went out or the tree fell. Here, let me put it there. But just imagine if all those states had blackouts at the same time. 20 states. Now, chances are that's not going to happen because they'll divert power to one state and then shut down that state and turn the other state on and stuff like that. But you never know if they have the capability to switch it from one state to other. That capability could be compromised and lose like I said, the whole 20 states. It was 5 easy payments. Oh, that's not bad. 450 isn't bad. Yeah, they've went up quite a bit in the last few years. Could be because of all the blackouts and stuff. Now, I do the same thing, but I use a car battery. And I have a converter that converts it into electricity if I need it. What are you guys messing with over there? But I would like to get one of those. Now, if I could get a lithium battery, not too expensive one, I would probably figure a way of hooking or running panels up on top of the car or the SUV that way. Oh, that's not bad at all. There he is. He's back. Welcome back. Cheerio.
Man, it's coming down outside.
Hey, Watt. Good to see you.
Yeah, there's a lot of watts coming down outside too. Thousands of them. Hear those birds?
Kind of.
That's in my chimney.
They're trying to find a place to hide?
No, that's where they nest.
Oh.
But they eat all the skeeters and bugs. So I don't, and they don't leave anything in there because I've looked through the flue.
Oh, okay.
And I don't burn nothing there. So it's kind of like.
Yeah, fireplace in Florida.
Yeah, 1920 fireplace. It's almost got a full-length mirror on the top of the mantle, and I had it down years ago. And I looked on the back of it, and inscribed on it, it said 1918. So obviously, it was in stock in 1918, but they, put it up in a 1920 house.
Yeah, that's been happening a lot. A lot of people's been saying that their power's been going on and off. a lot of flickering and stuff. Sometimes the flickering is a load.
Yep. Down here, you get a real good warning. You'll hear a transformer either blow up or it'll go, and it you can guarantee you 10 seconds later, nothing. Oh, black.
You go by them stations sometimes when it's real hot out, about 7, 8 o'clock, and those things be.
Oh yeah.
And they'll actually pulsate, just not a steady sound. It'll pulsate.
Right. I got one less than a mile from me, a new substation, and the high tension power lines that are like, you know, in other parts of the city that are way up high, they've always got a constant crackle going to them.
Oh yeah.
Constant.
Yeah. And they say, you know, if a bird lands on something like that, it doesn't do anything. I've seen birds.
Oh yeah. Disintegrated. Yep.
Yeah. They said that the only way a bird can get electrocuted from sitting on there is touch the ground and then the line at the same time. No. I've seen a group of birds land on power lines, and then all of a sudden you see a big puff of feathers.
Well, see, now they're going to get used to that noise, and they're going to keep squawking. I need to get a big one of them handheld air horns that you put on a boat. Blast them.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, while you were gone, I was talking about there's a list of 20 states that are in danger of blackouts this year.
Well, with all the storms we get, my state's probably one of them.
Nope.
No?
Midwest or central area, yeah.
Well, power's got to travel farther, right?
Well, they have a lot of issues well, here, I'll give you a rundown. It's Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Louisiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, North and South Dakota, Wisconsin, Texas, Kansas, Nebraska, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Wyoming. Wyoming's always had issues because of, you know,
they're spread out.
Yeah. No, Florida's not on the list. No. These are, it's not because of storms or anything. It's because of, like a lot of places in the Midwest or Central, rely on a lot of wind and solar. So if that goes down, and plus our last president did the clean air thing to where propane and coal power plants were retired. So there's less power going into the system in those locations. So when everybody's running their ACs, it puts a big strain on it, and they have to shut off a certain area and let the power go to another area or whatnot like that. Yeah, if that's why I was thinking about New York probably wasn't going to be on it, because even though New York City, you know, they've always had issues in the summer.
Yeah, but Con Ed, they've been around too long. I mean, to let something go for
Yeah.
a blackout or brownout. No, I know, B. I know we're not, but I was basically being a smartass. I was talking about thinking storms were going to knock out the power.
Yeah, this is from, you know, not doing anything, even with all that money that was supposed to be spent on the grid, and it's still ancient. And
Yeah,
on top of that, they retire a lot of things that were keeping the power grid going in those areas.
you'll never well, it's the bureaucratic mentality is the world's only constant, right? You've got funds allocated to, get the grid up to snuff, and to get it's it's antiquated. So, and the money just sits there. And
Well, look at Texas. Sorry to pick on Texas, but you remember the blizzard thing, or the vortex
yeah,
thing, or whatever they're talking about, zap the grid. Well, it happened before, and they got funds to fix it. They never fixed it. They never did anything with it. I don't know what happened to money or anything, but then this happened. Then after that, oh, we need to fix this again. And they did the same thing after this last one, and there nothing's been done with it. It's still the same
right.
until it's used in a malicious way. Like, you know, how many times were planes taken over, by whoever would go into the cockpit and tell them to go fly to this other country, or whatever, do ransoms,
Right.
or whatever the case may be. Nobody did anything about this. Very simple thing: lock the door.
Yep.
Ooh. But
I did. Did you see
how
that?
long did it take? It took until flying
It took tragedy.
into buildings for them to do something.
Right.
Nothing's ever done until tragedy happens.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah. And it happens over and over and over again. I mean, you can go back in history and look at different things that we were talking about. Kids, we would sit in the back of a truck. Not saying it was bad or good back then, but nowadays, you have to have 15 seatbelts around you and all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah.
But yet, the cars are made out of plastic too. But but back in them days, there was no seatbelts, and you tried to go over bumpy hills and let the kids fly up and down in the back of the truck. It wasn't a thing back then, but yeah. I remember having bruised butts from riding the back of a truck, and woo, boom, 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 woo, boom, boom, boom. Nowadays, that you don't see that. Now everybody's got to be strapped in and all kinds of stuff, which I get. I do, because I don't know if it was. I'm sure there was just as many wrecks back then, but I think there's just 100 times more people driving around than there used to be too. some of the things that we used to do back then, if we let our kids do that nowadays, we would be in jail. You know, leaving her when the Saturday came or something, you were shoved out the door and don't come back until street lights come on. Nowadays, the abandonment and all kinds of other stuff would be called upon you, and yeah, drinking out of a water hose. Oh no, you're gonna get salmonella. You're gonna get this and that, and you can't drink out of an unsterilized water hose. There's so many things back in the day that would not fly nowadays.
No, well, if you hit a big enough jump, it would. But my friend had a 71 Javelin. I don't know, what was I, 14, 15? And there was one hump in the town where it would go over railroad track. And he'd hit that thing going about 65. I don't know how many sets of upper and lower control arms he had to do in that car. And, you know, just being stupid kids.
Yeah.
You know, until you hit your head hard enough on the top of the inside of the roof.
Well, we have something like that down here. Well, there's a couple of them, but there's a couple of ones that really go up. And one of the kids in his parents' vehicle was hitting about 50, 60 miles an hour, hit that thing in the air, hit the ground, blew out all the tires, the suspension, the axles were laying on the ground. You know, that it was bad. All the airbags went off, and they had nobody got hurt, but it was and I didn't see it or anything. My son was telling me about it. And I asked him, was it there? And he said, no, I just relaying the message, because he drove with the kid a few times, and I'm like, well, good thing you weren't there this time.
That's like that movie Road Trip. Remember when they stole that kid's car and they had to jump the bridge?
No, yeah. They made it.
That's when things were fun.
Oh, yeah. Not going to say I, as a driver, doing that too. Hurrying up, get back in, start driving again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I seen in the newspaper that some kids got in trouble for, one of them was driving the vehicle and the other one was being pulled through town on a sled with a rope, going around curbs and stuff, because there was no school and it was all snowy and everything.
Yeah. And
everybody was at home, so the main street and stuff was pretty clear. I'm sitting there looking at that picture, and I'm looking again, and I'm like, that's my son. And I'm like, you got something to tell me? They only got the pictures. They didn't get to see who it was. Didn't get license plates or anything like that, supposedly. Because this was the football team. So
we used to grab onto the back of the bumper of the bus when it had to be a lot of snow because the bus was going slow, and we'd just lift our toes up. You couldn't have rough soles, like gripper boots or whatever. You'd make sure you go out in something that was slippery. But that lasted for about 3 days, and then the police finally came to my pops is like, "Hey, Eric, hey, come here a minute. Your knew everybody back then in that small town.
Yeah.
So that was the end of that. No more bus surfing.
I used to get from one end of the town to the other end, holding on to a truck or something with my skateboard. The worst thing about that is that one little pebble would stop that skateboard really quick.
And you're eating bumper the whatever vehicle you're on.
Yeah, I remember, and I don't know if it's still a thing or not because the way vehicles are now, aerodynamics and stuff. But if you ride in a certain, allegedly, if you ride in a certain spot behind a semi and just let up and put it neutral, that it'll pull you depending on the vehicle. You know, some vehicles work better than others.
Like NASCAR drafting.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's you don't want to do it because it's against the law. But like I said, I don't know if it still works or not. But I think it worked better with the bigger or more square body type vehicles.
Yeah.
These new aerodynamic things probably don't work so good anymore. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff on that.
Yeah, that really annoys the crap out of me. Debbie Wasserman Schultz was on TV today. It's 83 degrees, and I'm thinking to myself, lady, do you know how many prisons are in the 90s and outdoor? Give me a break. 83, and you're complaining about it?
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's ridiculous.
You want to and I forget the guy's name now, but sheriff of Maricopa County in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh yeah, Arapaio.
Yeah, that's him. And they had tents out in the parking lot in a big fenced in area, and that was horrible. And I was never out there, but it was horrible. Arizona heat. They have plenty of water, but the water's all hot. Sleeping, there is no sleeping. There's probably about, from about 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And that's the only time you can get any sleep because it's just too hot any other time. And a lot of times, believe it or not, there are people who had to serve in those conditions, never did another crime afterwards. That's amazing. And I'm not saying that's what we should do, because that would be all over the news all the time.
We got some good
54% humidity. Wow, that must be nice.
We got some good sheriffs here. They're talking about it was a bunch of undocumented people that broke into a house, and he's telling all of the neighbors, he's like, go out and get yourself a what. There's a message to all of you would be, whether you're legal or not legal, you come into somebody's home in this county. He said, and I don't take me verbatim because I don't remember exactly how it went, but something about they will blank you dead and you will go out the front door in a bag. And he says, and we condone all of that. And I'm like, good for you.
That was during after a hurricane, wasn't it?
No, that was after a home invasion.
Oh,
it was a couple months ago. Beeb might remember.
Oh, okay.
I And there's Grady Judd. Grady likes the camera. Grady likes to be on TV. He likes to show the pictures of these idiots that are doing this and doing that. And he says, if our fine citizens want to arm themselves, they would make it a lot easier on us. I'm like, okay.
I remember, I think it was in the 80s. Remember when they wanted to make it public execution?
Yes.
To deter people.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the powers that be say, oh, no, we can't have that. It's too gruesome. Well, that's the point.
Right.
You're not going to summer camp when you do something bad.
The thing that is so infuriating is you all are worried. I'm not everyone here. I'm just saying that other
Majority
lefties, you know, they're always worried about the perpetrator. Well, how about the mother that doesn't have a daughter now, the father that doesn't have a son now, you know, the sister that doesn't have a brother now? That's okay. They can grieve and they can deal with it. Just that, you know, no big deal. Their feelings don't count. But we have to take care of our you know, monsters. I call them monsters. You know, God forbid that they're, you know, inconvenienced with a little heat.
Yeah.
No, it's pathetic. It's sick. It's sickening.
Oh, yeah, their conditioning, their conditions are just too horrible. It's yeah. But what are the conditions of their victims?
Some are unrecognizable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my cucumber salad wasn't supposed to come out until yesterday or tomorrow at 2:00, and it just released whenever it wanted to today. So seen Lake said, "Oh, Bushcraft posted a video," and I'm like, "No, I didn't." I had to go look, and I'm like, "Dang it!" Because I don't like post, because I set up the live, and I don't like to set up another thing because a lot of times they won't advertise it if it's too close together.
Right.
Which
Well,
they don't advertise stuff anyway.
I'm a little put out, Charles, because this has to do with salads, and I was not consulted.
Well, I'll probably do another one here. I was thinking about doing one a week because cucumbers, you know, they're always growing. I've got more out there I got to pick now. So most time I'll just slice them up and put salt on them and eat them like that, just to get rid of them.
Right.
But I have to do something fancy for YouTube. So
I wanted to look this up because I know I mentioned it earlier about these people that have done all these things over the past 12 years or maybe more. Treason and sedition or seditious conspiracy are still crimes in the United States. Treason is specifically defined in U.S. Constitution, Article 3, Section 3, as levying war against the United States or providing aid and comfort to its enemies. It's a federal crime punishable by death or imprisonment and fines of not less than $10,000, and it renders the person incapable of holding any U.S. office. Sedition conspiracy, while Sedition Act of 1918, which broadly criminalized speech critical of the government during wartime, was repealed. The crime of seditious conspiracy remains on the books. Involves two or more individuals conspiring to overthrow, destroy, or oppose U.S. government by force or prevent the execution of U.S. laws by force or to seize U.S. property by force. It's a federal felony punishable up to 20 years in federal prison. That was a PSA. Thank you.
yeah. Yeah, depending on a cucumber, sometimes I don't even touch the sugar. especially if you use a mayonnaise. Yogurt, you can probably use the sugar more on that than mayonnaise. I didn't have yogurt and I wasn't going to go get some, but like I said, you can use mayonnaise. The vinegar, I'll mix it up, and if it needs a little bit more moisture, I'll put a little bit more vinegar in there. It all depends how big of a salad you're going with what I made.
I had it's a good restaurant, but this particular dish I wasn't too. It was a large potato cut in half, and they dug a lot of the potato out, and they filled it with crab meat and spices and stuff like that, and they melted cheese. But the thing that I thought wasn't good was you should cook the potato thoroughly so it's not like al dente.
Yeah.
You know, it should be, I mean, even if you scoop it all out and whip it and then put it back into the half shell of the skin, but I just won't order that again. But
I like when the skin is all buttered up and seasoned too.
Yeah,
it's got
they salt them down here too with that coarse salt.
Got a little crisp to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because after you get done eating all the inside, then you crunch on the outside of it.
Yeah, Grace has got it. Lock him up too. I think the worst thing is just watching these people on TV and they're just thumbing their nose at us like, well, at the time we couldn't do this, and it's just like, you're a damn liar.
Yeah. And anytime there's something happens, like you'll get a sheriff up there and there's 30 people standing behind them. Why are those people sitting there? Like if, when a hurricane comes through down there, you'll have an official talking and there'll be 20 people behind them standing there.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two will get up and say something, but if there's all this work to be done, why is everybody standing up there, supporting the guy who's talking, I guess?
Maybe a look of solidarity, or
I don't know. I think it's just one person get up there and talk and put the other ones to work.
I'll tell you what's really pisses you off is, I don't know how many times they caught him, but it was multiple times. The people doing the sign language, it's all gibberish. It's not even sign language. They caught these people. They're like, how did you get on this stage doing this?
Yeah, and they'll get paid, and it'll happen like for months, and then somebody will say, hey, what's he saying? Somebody that knows sign language, and then it'll come up, but that person has been doing that and doesn't even know what he's saying. Could you imagine the people who are deaf and watch it on TV?
Yeah, she could be saying there's a sale at Penny's and they're talking about a natural disaster.
Uh-oh, mac and cheese day.
Oh boy, what? You did it now. Now I'm gonna have to cook tonight. Dang it.
I ain't made some homemade mac and cheese for a long time. And I'm not talking that come in a little square box. Them noodles are not even any good in that box. It's good for like a snack or a side thing for dinner one night, but if you have the real homemade thing sitting next to that, you're going to go after the homemade mac and cheese. And
I like chopped up grilled onions and bacon bits in my mac and cheese.
Yeah, they don't even know what that is up here.
No.
Sure, there's a few places that cook it right, but again, that's that's a Southern thing, I guess. Mac and cheese.
Man.
I mean, there's some places that do the gourmet stuff and whatnot, but best one I had was it had a barbecue brisket in it, mixed in with it,
Nice.
onions and jalapenos and stuff. Oh man, that was good. And that was outside of Houston when I had that.
Yeah, I don't do the hot stuff.
It wasn't hot. You could taste the somebody took out the seeds and the stuff, so you could taste the jalapeno, but there wasn't much heat to it. And see, that's the thing. Everybody, when they grow jalapenos, they always pick them when they're green. They're not ripe. They actually have to turn red before they're ripe.
I thought isn't there subspecies that are supposed to be green?
There probably is, but the majority of jalapenos, when they start turning red is when they're actually ripe. A lot of people pick them green because that's when they're the hottest.
Oh, is it the seeds that give off the heat, or is it the actual
the little
strips?
Veins and stuff inside the little white membrane stuff?
Right.
That in the seed, yeah. If you cut that out of there, you cut a lot of the heat out.
Hmm.
Now I'll mix them up. That way I get a little heat with the sweetness of the ripe jalapeno. Because that's when I make my cowboy candy relish, I actually have a mixture of the green and red because it looks so much better too when you have multiple colors and stuff in there. And I'll actually sometimes put an orange bell pepper or a yellow bell pepper in there.
I'm just not a pepper guy. The only time I can eat like a green pepper, it's got to be, caramelized with onions in a frying pan, and then it's got to go over like a kielbasa, and then in a hoagie roll, that kind of stuff. But other than that,
habaneros are a different story. My son my youngest one used to eat. Will you shush up? I'm talking here. He used to eat these chips. You remember the one chip that everybody would freak out and start turning red and like that when they eat it. It was the hottest chip or whatever, tortilla chip. Well, it's the same company made a bag of ghost pepper chips that were as hot as that chip. It just didn't have that spray on it. And he used to he ate a whole bag of that. And the next day he says, I'm never doing that again. He said, what's so bad eating them? He said the next day was horrible.
I hear the best thing for the jalapeno bite is milk. There's something about the enzymes in milk that cut the heat quick. I don't know.
Yogurt.
Well, dairy.
Unflavored yogurt that doesn't have sugar in it. Because you can just put it in your mouth, just leave it set there. It breaks down the stuff.
Hello, Daniel.
Honey? I don't know if honey would be good. Ooh. Because usually stuff that's sweet intensifies the heat.
Honey's good on an English muffin.
Well, talking about to neutralize the heat from a
Right.
pepper. Although because it, and I should make this one of these times. You infuse peppers with the honey, put it on fried chicken and stuff. Ooh, that stuff's good. You gotta be careful because it gets hot. Cheese with habanero tones down the heat. Oh. The cat's okay. He comes. He probably wants something. Oh, where he went? Oh, he went up there and lay down, and be found in a lot of peppers. Yeah. Yeah, I was sitting there looking at the Reddit thing for it's a prepper community. I don't even know if they allow people in it anymore. It's been locked up for so long. I don't know, but somebody did a thing about the worst states to bug out in. Now this is not. It's something different than worst states to be a prepper in and stuff like this. This is the bug out. This means to get it out of your house and try to survive. But very, very interesting. And again, New York's on the list of places you don't want to bug out in. And it depends.
You mean the city? About the city or the state?
When they just put a state. But I know there's places in New York that nobody will ever see you.
You get that 8 million people bugging out, they're going to come into the woods somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, Angry Prepper. That's where he got famous from, was Doomsday Prepper. He was the dude that's trying to leave New York, leave the island. And I don't know if he was the one with the little blow up boat, or was he the one that was going to walk out? I can't remember which one he was, because there was another guy too that was going to paddle across the river. No, you're not.
He's going to paddle across the river to where? Jersey?
But there's, and that's,
is this the zombie apocalypse we're talking about, or just
Grace? He's the one that's walking out. Okay, good. But I remember watching the one where he's going to paddle in this boat, and he says a 2-man boat, but I know because I went fishing in a 2-man boat and my feet hung over the other side. 2-man boat isn't a 2-man boat unless you're wee little people. There's trying to get because, well, where if you're going to paddle across that current going out into the ocean, you'd have to paddle really hard to get over to the other side. No, I don't think it was 101. 101 doesn't do water. Isn't he the one that said if you don't see the bottom, he's not getting in it? Yeah. I don't. Does he still do that? I don't know. Um, I I don't know if it was coincidence or not, but I had one live or a video, and there was nobody live at the time, so I went and clicked on his thing, and it was talking exactly the same thing I talked about the day before. Yeah. Well, just even if there was no boats, the current in that thing, it goes really quick. Well, that and the fact that you wouldn't want to fall in that water either.
Excuse me.
Yeah, not the Hudson. You would probably, if you made it across, you'd probably be naked. That water probably eat the clothes off your back. And I remember there was two old guys fishing somewhere on a dock, some dock, and it wasn't a real big dock or anything. And I was talking to them about fishing, and they caught a fish, and he said, "Hold on a minute." He put gloves on, and I thought, well, maybe he has a grip issue or something and whatnot, and talked to him more, and then he threw a fish out, and I said, well, that looked like pretty good fish. He said, you don't eat fish? And he said, oh, I ain't eating anything in this water. He said, why do you think I got gloves on? Oh, I thought you didn't want to, you don't want the fish to slip out from your hands or something. And he said, no, I don't want to touch the water. He said, I still like the fish though. That's pretty bad. And that was late 80s when I was there. Well, Grace, would you go fishing in the Hudson and eat the fish?
You go upstream enough, yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking about where it comes next.
You know, the water around like Ellis Island and all of that, that's a lot cleaner than it was 20 years ago.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Huh.
There's guys that still fish for stripers and blues out there that they bring them home and harvest them. You just got to know how to clean them up.
Well, a lot cleaner than it used to.
Yes, it is, Grace. I saw it on TV, so that makes it true. And it's the Battle of New York and New Jersey.
Oh.
Yeah, what's going to get up there? We take that trail. We still haven't made that trail run. We're supposed to.
Let me see. You said the girls had a gig tonight, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna double check just in case.
They're working.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They don't keep their lives up, so there's no link for lives. So they'll just pop up and go live.
Nah, they're working.
They don't schedule it anymore. So usually I'll click on live and it'll say, oh, maybe that's why, because they've got the music thing now on there. But they have to be careful because they don't want to lose their music symbol by their name. That's why they as soon as they get done with the live, they get rid of it, which is a shame. You know,
They don't want to lose their symbol, you say?
yeah. By playing copyrighted music, you have to go by their rules, because it's a music channel. So there's certain parameters when you do. Now, if you do cover things, not a live, but a cover, that's okay. You won't be able to monetize majority of it, but there are some cases where you can. The thing with doing lives, the bots will pick it up and you get in trouble, and you could lose without being able to contact support, because sometimes you'll lose it and you won't be able to contact support. There, you can always go to Twitter and try to contact them through Twitter, but very, very hard that way. I've actually got a strike overturned by using Twitter. If they weren't so busy, I'd give them another, because that one they did for the warning did really good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Watt. Anything here in the 13 colonies that says new, there's a Jersey, there's a York, there's a Hampshire, all over in England. That's why they call it new when you're, here.
Well, New York City used not be called. Well, the whole state didn't used to be called New York.
No, but New York, there's a town called York in
Yeah.
England, Britain, whatever.
Yeah, that's a trail by itself. Walking that New York City up and down. I'd loved it though. I loved it.
The city was fun.
Yeah. And everybody was telling me, "Oh, don't go down there." Why? Because you're white. I'm like, why? I walked down there and nobody said anything to me or anything. I just walked. And I actually went to a barbecue place and ate. Only white person in there. Nobody said anything to me. Of course, I didn't act like, and stare at people like they were going to rob me or anything. I think that has a lot to do with, people go into cities and stuff and they get paranoid, and people can pick up on that stuff. You can tell when somebody, if you're in an area and they don't belong there, you can tell. And Tucson, I used to live in a bad area in Tucson that most of the places to live were motel rooms and trailer courts. in that area, and there was one Mexican grocery store, which sold other things besides grocery stuff. And you did it again.
What?
Did you get it? Nope.
Nope. He did it again.
What did I do?
You left YouTube up.
I messed YouTube up?
Turn your YouTube off. This is going to sound like a Star Trek episode. Damn it, Jim.
Just close the YouTube chat window.
It's on the commercial. It's frozen.
What?
How do you hear me?
I'm hearing you through the live stream. I don't have the YouTube open.
You don't now.
No, I did, but I had it muted. So, hey, Grace. Hey, Life with Bobby. Hey, Beach Charming. Hey, What Life. Have you guys figured anything out about? I guess you can say the word Epstein, right?
Evidently.
I tell you, things are not happening in our time frame. Trust the plan. Then you got to remember, look at it like this. What if some of the evidence that was obtained is inadmissible because it wasn't done in a legal matter? We don't know what the evidence is at all.
Well, now Monty wants to come up. Oh, brother.
Grace, they had flood warnings, and we had hardly anything here. I got on one of these weather websites. They said on the news, some areas had 7 inches of rain. They're lying. Lancaster had like an inch of rain. Pottstown had like an inch. There was no big flood around here. And believe it or not, we're above normal rainfall for the year, and the ground is almost bone dry because of this heat wave we've had. Hey, Vester.
It's summertime. It's supposed to be hot.
I know. Yeah, it's supposed to be hot, but I'm tired of it. I was thinking
Down here. Wow.
I'm not going to Florida. It's too hot for me down there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go out and come back in.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Why?
I can
You
still
can't
hear
hear
you.
you talking to your speaker.
Okay, because I don't have the YouTube window open.
It's just you.
Okay. Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Am I echoing?
No, you're
Okay.
good tonight.
Because I'm on my old phone.
Oh, okay.
And all it has, I'm just warning you now, all it has is Wi-Fi. It don't have the data. So the newer phone does. I don't know why it did that the other night. And I told you it was Jim's fault.
Yep.
You know, the other night I went without power from 8:30 to 1:30 that morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was sweltering.
Huh.
That storm come through here, blowing a bunch of limbs and everything down on lines.
How long did you lose power, Monty?
Well, from 8:30 to 1:30 in the morning.
What caused the power loss? Did a tree come down?
No
The
power.
limbs falling on the lines and popping transformers. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there's transformers made in China don't last as long as the ones
Well, I didn't make them.
but they were made over in China.
You know, I've been listening on TV for a while. Bushcraft. I think you need to recreate that one alleged the drafting video
The Draft
with
King?
with a skateboard or a shopping cart behind a square body.
Oh.
How hot is it out there where you are, Monty? Is it like a high 90s?
I don't know. I stay inside my AC, man. I melt. Sugar and spice, everything nice. Sugar melts.
Well, I was outside most of the day. I'm sick of this weather. What are you going to do? Just like Bushcraft said, it's summer.
It's summer, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody complains about, all this snow. There's a snowstorm coming, It's winter.
Right.
Yeah. It could be worse. You could live in Florida.
Florida's
Florida
warm.
or Southern California.
Well, I meant
Jim,
because
you're
of
big South
hurricanes
Florida.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Flor-
the other,
California's a beautiful state. Unfortunately, it's got its problems.
they keep saying how a tropical storm's going to form and come in, and nothing's happened yet. And I know
Is
our
Jim,
it's rain.
is Jim morphing into something? Look at his camera.
What am I looking for? At least he's a talker today, not a spanker.
What? I'm
I
not
don't
even
know.
going to ask. Never mind.
He said he could have swore he put talker and he put spanker or something last
I
night.
know what I typed in. YouTube doesn't like me.
Tomorrow it'll be smacking. Oh boy. I don't know, Jim. Jim gets a bad rap for nothing. I don't know.
I didn't even spank our son when he was a little tight. I never spanked anyone.
We don't want to
No,
know.
the conversation's going where we can't have it on YouTube here.
It's going down the pooper real quick. There's no talk about that or women's clothing or what else, Bush?
Man,
Homosexual!
What? What did I miss? I came up here for I want a ball blast.
yeah, postage stamps are going up one life. I forget what they're going to go up to. They're going to go up and up and up. With postage stamps going up, it amazes me. Almost all the mail we got today was junk mail.
Well, at least you don't have to pay for it. Well, kind of you do.
Sure.
You have to pay to get it delivered.
I wonder how much a stamp cost in 1845.
What?
Maybe a penny or two.
How much did a stamp cost in 1845? You said
What's their Google's for?
probably around a cent.
I can't Google right now when I'm on panel. 5 cents. Man, that's what they
Did
was
it
when I
really?
was growing up.
It was probably delivered by horse and buggy.
Well, it wasn't the Pony Express. Pony Express was
2
in
cents.
1870s.
And that was out west.
I'll tell you, the mail's so slow here. The mailman came in my wife came home from work. I took the trash out because I thought it was going to rain. Then the mail came, and I thought I better take it in the middle of my dinner. What if it pours? And it never poured. And our mail, it's a long story. I think it's delivered by donkey.
A what? Donkey?
Well, the mail sometimes doesn't come till 6:30 at night. It's already been here at 8:30.
What's a donkey?
Yeah,
A donkey or a mule?
Oh,
donkey.
talking about an
Donkey.
Oh,
It's my Pennsylvania accent.
Now Jim's up here talking about asses. Isn't that when you cross a horse and a donkey? That's when
That's
you
a
get a
mule.
jackass
Mule.
or a mule. I forget how it is.
I thought you got a donkey from crossing a mule with a horse. It's one of those.
I don't know.
Well, they're strong.
Yeah. Mule and a horse.
Make a donkey.
Yeah. Donkey.
Yeah.
I don't know what you crossed to get that.
I bet donkey Yoda.
Sounds like Mike Myers. Donkey.
Sounds like the donkey works at Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know.
Well, they don't even have Dunkin' Donuts. It's Dunkin' now. They don't. You notice how they abbreviated everything. They shortened everything. Well, Mickey D's has been that way for a while, but Kentucky Fried Chicken is KFC. Dunkin' Donuts is Dunkin' now. And there's a couple other ones that I can't remember now.
And there's a Sunoco station up the road a few miles from us in Fairview Village, and they have Dunkin' Donuts. And I said to the guy, "You guys make that?" He said, "No, it all just gets shipped here. Everything." It's just like when my wife was a teenager.
Oh yeah, they don't have a bakery in those little places.
Yeah, it's all prefab.
Yeah.
You take the pizza out of the box, out of the freezer, and then you put it in the oven. She did that.
Place I went to the other day. She makes all of her stuff. She gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning and goes in there and starts baking. She tries to make enough for the day. She don't have stuff for the next day. She goes in there and bakes it up. I still don't even remember what the heck that thing was I ate. It's like it had the coffee. It had like a mocha taste to it, like a coffee, and it had big chunks of chocolate in it and stuff.
What store was this?
It's a bakery,
Oh,
coffee shop bakery thing.
yeah. Kind of sounds like a Mocha Java Jive or something like that.
I don't know what it was. But, that's the place I went to for a meeting. I guess I wouldn't call it a date because it was not like a schedule type of thing, but the lady never showed up. But I ended up sitting there talking to the owner for about an hour and a half because there was nobody there. So she sat down and had coffee and
Cool.
gave me the muffins at the when I left.
Okay, around here, well, I'm sure it's the same. Like the grocery stores my wife shops at, we know that Giant has their own bakery on the spot because you could see people carrying stuff out and it's hot.
Well, the thing is, it's all prefab stuff, though. They just bake it there. They don't mix it or anything.
I'll tell you, did you see Annalisa's comment? Donkeys are their own thing. Mules are a hybrid of a horse and donkey. Most mules are sterile, allegedly. I'll tell you, there's probably an advantage of being a mule because they don't have to worry about getting.
That's why I thought donkeys were their own thing.
I'm not sure without getting open another window. They can go around trying to reproduce and they're not going to have any offspring.
There you go. You got learned some wisdom today. And I always thought a jackass was a donkey that just was stubborn as hell. I don't know. Because what was that one that Clint Eastwood was on?
Gosh darn it.
With the donkey and the nun.
Yeah, I remember. Sister Sarah.
Yeah. Now it's
Something for Sister Sarah, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what's his name? Sister, please. Oh, come on.
Was it Shirley MacLaine?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there was another one. Another movie I remember with a donkey and it didn't want to move, and no, I think I was a horse. Somebody punched it and it started being behave.
But a mule is bigger and has more stamina than a donkey. And I can see it's got more stamina because they can't reproduce.
Remember in Blazing Saddles, Mongo, the Candygram? He punched the horse.
One movie, well, it ended up being a series. The dude that did the slapping, instead of drawing his gun, he'd smack him in the face. Blonde-haired guy, and it was his nemesis or his kind of partner was Brutus from on Popeye the Sailor Man. Robin Williams one who played Brutus. Oh, dang, I can't remember. And he'd go up there and they go to draw and he'd smack him in the face real quick.
Man, I like spinach, but if I was eating it out of the can, I would have had to heat it up. I don't see a Popeye. Just open a can and swallow the spinach unheated.
Oh, cold spinach is good.
Yeah.
Ah, dang, that's going to bug me now. I can't remember.
You used to slap him?
Yeah, he always dressed like a bum and everything, and he would go in and oh, dang it. Here, let me do some
You're not
digging.
talking about the Legend of Buster Scruggs, are you?
No, he actually had multiple different movies because the first movie turned out so good. The two guys ended up being partners, and they didn't like each other.
Hey, Bushcraft's moving again.
Paul Smith, it was his name.
Hmm.
Let's see. Movies he was in. At least I think that was the guy's name. Dang, he's in a lot of movies.
Jeff says Terrence Hill and Bud Spencer.
No.
Hey, Jeff. I'll tell you, with all the money our government wastes, I heard our government, millions were spent on studying cat constipation. I think the money would be better spent. I heard this on a conservative talk show. I think 10 or 12 million was spent allegedly on studying cat constipation.
How do we go from the movies to cats, constipated cats?
It's because of donkeys. I think they had to figure out a way.
Donkeys make cats constipated?
I think they got. We had
Wait,
to,
have gun will trap. No, that wasn't it.
they had to figure out a way to get mules to reproduce.
Jim, you know a cat that's constipated.
We don't have any cats.
And now we're right back to donkeys or mules or something again.
Dang it,
Poor,
Bobby.
poor Charles.
I didn't do it.
We can't have a cat here with Holly.
Jim did. Constipated cats.
I know. I think I know who you're talking about, Eric.
So, Bonnet dead or alive? I don't remember that.
No, that's not.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was black and white. I forget who was.
Is that it? No.
Hello,
talking
Miss
about what?
Bonnet.
Are you talking about the series Wanted with
No, it wasn't a series.
Steve
It is-
McQueen? He had
It
the
was
mayor.
Western.
Was
I'm not
Steve
seeing
McQueen
it.
in that?
It might not have been the Paul Smith though. I thought it was him though.
Do you know if you're on a phone on your panel with live streams, the time counter is right in the middle of you and Eric's cameras?
Is it really?
Yeah. And then if I mute myself, it pops up a yellow warning saying unmute yourself so others can hear you.
Well, the thing is, somebody was telling me that I should do the vertical thing once a month. They said my views will go through the roof.
What's the vertical?
I don't know if I could sit there and look at myself and like if I have like 6 people on there, they'd be all crammed into one little phone.
I turned it sideways. I don't know.
If Steve McQueen was in Wanted Dead or Alive.
Was this a Western, Bush?
Yes, a Western.
They
Yes,
show,
Bobby.
it, they show it on MeTV, I think, on the weekends.
Oh, that's gonna bug me. Yeah, it must not have been Paul Smith because I don't see the movie, but it looked just like him.
and they were partners?
Well, they ended up as partners, kind of enemies and partners at the same time.
Were they lawmen or were they just
I think.
scrubs?
Well, in the one of the first movies, the chubby guy was the sheriff or the marshal or whatever, and then the skinny guy ended up being a deputy or a sheriff too, because he drove out the other guys, and he was actually really fast with a gun, but he hardly ever carried a gun. But he would go up to him and they go to draw, and he'd smack him in the face and grab the gun and put it in his holster and then put it back and stuff like that.
Okay.
That
so
almost sounds like support your local sheriffs.
Almost sounds like Burt Reynolds slapping Tom DeLuise all the time.
No.
Was it James Garner?
He was in Support Your Local Sheriff.
The
Yeah.
Trinity movies, yeah. Trinity sounds familiar.
Blade?
No. This is way back when. This is before I was born.
Oh, well, Jeff would know.
Okay.
Jeff would know. He's ancient.
He's only a month older than me.
Well,
Yeah,
you're old
there he
too.
is. That's it. A Man Called Trinity. And I swear that guy. Oh no, it was Bud Spencer. I thought it was the guy that played Brutus, that Paul dude.
That's what Jeff said before.
No, I wanted the movie, not the guys, because I don't know who the guys are.
That's how you find out who was in the movie.
Jeff. Yeah, he said the names a long time ago, and
Yeah, I don't know what their names were. I didn't even know who the guy that played Brutus on Popeye was. It wasn't the same guy, but they look alike though.
Yeah, you had me lost on that one.
Here, I'll show you a picture. Open image and oops, wrong window. Share screen. So many things just to share a picture.
Grace, don't go nuts.
You remember now?
Oh, okay.
Oh shoot, that was a long time ago.
That's what I said.
The guy on the right almost looks like the guy that played Billy Jack.
Oh no, that's not him. Again, this is probably before that.
He has a smile and facial features almost like Bill Paxton. Is it Bill Paxton? He's in Twisters.
Yeah.
Now, see the guy on the left. I thought that was the guy that played Brutus on, because they act the same too in the movie. Was it 70? Well, I was 2 then, so I wouldn't went to the movies and watched it.
Everybody's
But
old.
I think this was which one was the first one? Because there was quite a few of those movies, at least 3, wasn't there?
Huh.
Yeah, 1970. That was. Yeah, see, I wish I could play the clip for you, but I would get in trouble.
Okay, I took a risk. I'm on the YouTube chat and no feedback.
Yeah, it doesn't show the other movies. Here, let me see the cast, movies and shows.
I'm the youngest on the panel, Grace.
My name is nobody. Trinity is still my name. They call me Trinity. And there's a couple more that they played. They actually did it a lot of Double Trouble, Watch Out, We're Mad, Troublemakers, Odds and Evens, Yeah, they did a lot of movies together.
I don't think Grace heard me. I said I'm the youngest up on the panel.
I know Grace is at least a year older than me.
I didn't know this. I'm gonna have to go watch this. He made a movie. My Name is Thomas.
I think I've seen that.
That looks pretty interesting. The Terrence Hill guy.
I was born in 75.
Eric is 39.
No, you're not.
I got some property, beachfront property in Arizona. You can go surfing there and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
How much?
Well, if Edgar Case's prophecy comes through, it could be beachfront. Did you know that North America, according to the Native Americans, they call North America Turtle Island? That all of North America were on the back of a turtle.
Mist of Pandaria.
Turtle Island's different than the one you was just talking about.
Yeah. It took me 10 levels to get off of Turtle Island.
Did it really?
Yeah. You guys were watching me. I don't know if you were watching or just talking, but yeah. That's when I made my hunter. And I could probably got off there quicker than that. The only reason I did, although I started liking playing the hunter again, but to get a free mount. And it's very cool. And it wasn't in the game. I got it actually on another game, which is weird.
I think Jeffrey's wanting to come up.
You got carded today? Well,
Did,
he has a link. He can come up.
Oh, that's
he's
his
in the back. Well, he likes being in the back in the basement so much.
I know.
Did you leave a broom
back
back there?
there for about 5 minutes?
Did you clean up?
What color did you just
No,
decide to paint the back room?
You didn't clean up. What the hell?
But I brought some bubbly and put it back there.
Did you turn off Jim's YouTube? He likes to keep that thing running all the time.
Is he frozen again?
I am.
He fell asleep.
I'm muted.
Now, you talking about movies. My Name is Nobody. He also played with Peter Fonda in that one.
What, in the one I just said, the 2018 one? No, My Name is Thomas.
No. There is another one out called My Name is Nobody or Nobody.
Oh yeah, My Name is Nobody.
He plays with Peter Fonda.
Did he slap him?
Peter Fonda, Henry
I
Fonda.
was going to say Peter was probably a kid by then. Yeah, Henry Fonda. I see it. Yes, and that's a thing. He always wore long johns.
Oh yeah, that's one of the fastest guy in the Western. It's funny.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
Eric, you're mean.
Yeah. What happened?
Dumped a bag of cookies over Bonnie's head.
Well, that's not bad.
That's
It
not
gets
bad.
worse.
Wait till the fruitcake comes out.
Oh, it gets worse than that.
There's Dana B
That's
kicking
right.
beans.
There's a Yeti. That's a good one.
Well, there's some transgender stuff there too. So
Oh, Lord.
Do they like manual or automatic transmissions to transgender people?
You need to you were garbled there. What's that?
Yeah,
Run
you,
that by me one more time.
I told YouTube. Do transgender people like automatic transmissions or manual?
I don't know, Jim. What do they like?
Man, I've never researched it. I don't know any trannies. I think I've seen
Well,
it.
nowadays it's hard to find a stick shift.
There. Bonnie
What I
got
sell is a lifestyle.
I've asked my wife, have you seen any patients at the office that are tranny? And she said she couldn't tell.
I'm laughing so hard.
Jim, you got hit with a wet cow pie.
That's messy. That's real messy.
Miss Bonnie got you all the way from Texarkana.
Esta Juan Ocupado.
I don't know. I want to get away from this
Where are you going?
right here.
Hey, don't leave us. You kind of started
To
this a long
keep
time ago.
from man, y'all done got me so damn tongue tied I can't say nothing.
Well, I was going to ask you, Jeff. Were they best friends or something? Why did they do so many movies together? Those two guys.
Because in the first two they hit it off so good with the audience.
Oh.
What it was. And in the movies they were supposed to be half brothers.
Yeah, that's what it was. And the big one didn't like the little one.
Exactly.
But he would
what
still
was
stick up for
called,
him.
I think Terrence was called the right hand of the devil, and the big one was called the left hand of the devil.
You know, I'm gonna have to go watch that movie again.
Yeah, but Jeff, with the tranny thing, half brothers takes a new meaning. If somebody switches, they could be a half sister and half brother.
Out of left field. Out of left field, Bushcraft.
Man, that was so far left. The light didn't even see that one.
Stop. Stop.
I can't believe they asked Grace for a license to buy alcohol in New York City.
Damn it. There it is again. Where is that thumping coming from?
My wife got carded when she was probably 28, I think.
Freak. I haven't laughed this hard.
Is it me that gets this string fired up like that, or what?
You want me to unfreeze you, Jim?
Yeah, he can unfreeze me.
Are you gonna bip boppity boo him?
Don't do that. You'll scare my flies.
Bonnie, I always get a shower in the evening because I lift weights like twice a day and today.
What's that gonna do with the price of half trainees and constipated cats?
What the government is wasting money on?
Damn, Monty, you fired up too, ain't you?
No.
I haven't had anything left, Jeff.
Hold on, the boss is calling. I'll be back in a second.
He's got to go wipe his head off.
Look at my eyes. I haven't had anything to drink. They're not bloodshot. I'll have 2 beers after I get a shower, and that's usually around 11:30.
I completely forgot where I was going with the movie.
You're not going to remember.
Yeah, the whole point was about the movie.
Right.
I think that, well, I'll have to wait for Jeff to come back, but I think that's one of the movies where either a horse or a donkey was punched, allegedly.
No, that was Blazing Saddles.
No, the old movie.
Speaking of horse,
Blazing Saddles kind of old, but yeah.
I'm going to have to ask the manure guy if he's ever brought any mule or donkey manure here.
I give up.
See, now the bacon is not bad. See what gets all the good stuff?
What did he get?
You know what my wife does with bacon? She separates the package. She made hamburgers for me Friday night, and she'll cook a little bacon to put on that hamburger.
Bacon sounds good right now.
Bacon good with everything.
Yeah.
I don't do artificial bacon bits because it's not, there's no bacon in it. It's all chemicals.
Plus, that's what makes the cats
Great.
constipated.
Bad girl.
Wait a minute. Bacon bits makes you constipated?
The cats.
Oh, that's,
Jim's cats.
that's what the cats ate.
Yeah.
There, I graced y'all with my beautiful presence.
I'm not a cat person. I prefer German shepherds don't like cats unless they grew up together.
Spam. Oh, I guess it's better than a 6-pound turd.
That's right.
Oh.
You know what hamburger's made out of, right?
And that's the New York City.
Hamburger's made out of transgender cows.
Oh my goodness.
They don't care what meat it's got. It's getting ground.
We figured there's probably some horse meat in the human consumed food. They can't butcher a horse in this country and sell it as meat. They can take it to Mexico, do that, then ship it to Canada, then ship it back to the US.
It ain't horse meat no more. It's roadkill. Possum, coon, whatever they scrape up off the road on the way to the market.
That normally goes to Chop Suey Palace.
Oh, I remember that.
Chop suey.
Who remembers that?
That was from the Christmas story where they ate.
No, up on the screen.
Oh, sorry.
The $1 million to prove Elvis was alive. Remember that was a big thing. Oh, he's not really dead.
Shortly after that, that's when they said someone had seen him in a UFO, remember? And then the song by Ray Stevens, he made that song like that.
Yeah.
Elvis was seen in a UFO.
Monty, have you ever heard that song by Brownsville Station? That's the name of the band. Called Martian Boogie.
Yeah, that's what you don't want to be slapped with. That'll knock you on your butt.
Or I'm sorry, Miss Bonnie.
What was the name of the song, Jeff?
Martian Boogie. Hey, y'all be quiet for a minute. Martian Boogie.
All right. I've heard some of their songs. I don't think I've ever heard that.
Same here. Their biggest hit was
Man, you on a bad delay. You need to pull it up and listen to it, Monty. When that song first came out, you can only hear it between 2 and 4 a.m. in the morning.
Right.
And now that you go back and listen to it, you wonder, there wasn't nothing bad about that.
Oh, yeah. A lot of that stuff they freaked out about.
Yeah, but then again, I was 16 when that song come out.
Yeah, 1973, Smoking in the Boys' Room came out. Actually, you can't do it anymore. I remember in high school, if kids during lunch break walked across the street, they could smoke a cigarette, and the teachers couldn't do anything about it.
Hang on.
They wanted to go property.
Hang on. You said Smoking in the Boys Room came out in '73.
Yeah,
The original.
The
Oh,
original,
original.
Okay,
not the one,
Not-
Not Motley
not the
Crue.
second.
all right. Okay, I was getting ready to
Right.
say. Yeah, I knew there was
I
one
like
before.
Motley Crue's version better.
Yes.
I know there was one before. I know there was one before Motley Crue. I just didn't know what year.
Sitting in
Which song, yeah.
thinking it's a drag. Listen to the teacher rap. Just ain't my bag. The noon bells ring, and you know that's my cue. I'm gonna meet the boys on floor number 2.
Did you get that email I sent you, Bushcraft?
I'll check again, but I doubt it.
Now, it's email.
Yeah, no emails.
The other guy got it.
Runny eggs over 80 bars is dead.
He's making fun because I got so many emails. I ain't got but 2. You ought to ask him how many he's got.
Well, man, well, you're one to talk, Mr. Cucamelon.
Well, it's not that I have a lot of emails. It's just you always send it to some other guy, and he's probably really freaking out. Probably since a lot of the stuff you send, he's probably too scared to reply back. I don't know who you are. Please stop emailing me.
My next door neighbor, she gave me her phone number, and that's when she was buying goats and everything. One of the numbers that she wrote down, I had to take a magnifying glass and look at it. And this guy answers the phone, and I ask you such and such there. No, she ain't here right now. And I told her the situation and called back a couple hours later. I called back like about 3 times. Next door neighbor comes over. And I said, "Did you ever get my messages?" She said, "No, And I asked her, I said, "What's your phone number again?" And she told me. I said, "Oh, shit." I said, "I called somebody else." And I told her, I said, "Look, I'm going to dial the number. You say, 'Hey, I'm Tracy. Well, have I had any messages?'" He never did answer again.
I like
It's me,
the videos where there'll be kind of a crowded area and this guy's talking and having an argument on the phone, and he looks at the guy. He says, "Yes, I'm wearing a black T-shirt and a red hat," and that's the guy standing next to him.
Oh yeah.
You come down here, I'll kick your butt.
Pulling some Roy D. Mercer on him.
A lot of people do it now, though.
Yeah.
That one guy that does the fart ones too.
We keep traveling across the states back in the day, and my cousin had the CD of Roy D. Mercer, and the one that worries. It was a pager company. He called up the pager company, and he goes, "Your pager blew my wife's butt." He goes, "I'm going to come down." He goes, "Just how big a boy are you? I'm going to come down there." Now she can't even sit on the toilet.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember having the cassettes, listening to his.
Marty, you get that job. Give me your number. I'm going to harass you.
I see in chat, Bonnie says she's trying to get a job with an answering service. They're not going to hire you, Bonnie, because you got to be from India.
Really?
That's what most companies are doing in this country. They hire somebody from India to be their answering service.
Yeah, but it's like this. They'll hire somebody in America for India.
Imagine if Richard Pryor was on Jim's internet. That's a 10-second delay instead of a 5-second delay.
That'd be a whole delay. Oh, Lord.
Uh,
Next.
y'all know that's why Saturday Night Live or NBC, I think it was NBC that came up with the 5-second delays because
Oh
Richard
yeah.
Pryor, first time he was going to host Saturday Night Live, they was like, that's a kind of a gamble.
I hated when Saturday Night Live came on TV. You know why? It put the Midnight Special out of business. That's what replaced the Midnight Special. The Midnight Special had so many classic rock groups from the 60s and 70s on TV.
What was that guy that used to have a lot of famous people? The Doors was on there, and they tried to get him to.
Ed Sullivan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And they never got asked to go back on because he made sure to keep the lyrics the same.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to say about get much higher.
Yeah. He made sure he got up there and then lowered the camera to a certain part of his body and stuff.
Another controversial TV show was the Smothers Brothers. That's why they got taken off the air. They had too many people on there speaking out against the Vietnam War. And back then, CBS was for it because there was stuff they wouldn't show because people spoke out over Richard Nixon.
Well, Ed Sullivan's also the one that first showed Elvis with his swinging hips, and the next time he come on there, they only showed him from the waist up.
Yeah, nobody filmed him below the waist. He always zoomed in and then started filming him.
Driving the girls.
Back in a minute, you gotta take a shot.
I remember Ed Sullivan came on Sunday nights at 9 o'clock on CBS. Because my mother gave me a 7-ounce bottle of soda, of 7-Up.
Marv Griffin had a show too, a talk show like that. Multiple Talents or whatever. Marv Griffin.
Merv Griffin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he was on ABC after Dark Shadows went off the air. Merv Griffin took that time slot at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There were a lot of good musical groups from the Merv Griffin that appeared on Merv Griffin.
The Johnny Cash show.
Yeah.
Yeah, allegedly. He'd be pretty old right now, though.
It could be Robert Boyce, the minister.
He done said he isn't.
Hey, look who's here in chat. I haven't seen you in a while. Harvest Marrying Man. Hi.
Hey, Harvest Marion.
Hope you're doing good. Hope Jeff ain't gassing you out too much down there.
Not yet.
I was waiting for him. One thing you can say, Jeff hasn't lost his hearing.
He never found it.
Just ask my wife.
It's not husband hearing because you don't hear what we're saying some of the time. Men that have been exposed to loud machinery have hearing losses above, let's say, 2.5 to 4,000 hertz.
That's nothing. Grow up in the 80s.
Yeah, right.
70s and 80s.
Hey, I used to shoot.
Loud music.
I used to shoot my PPUs without no hearing protection, shotguns, everything, and then jackhammers and hammer drills and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I did get to go backstage before their sets were over and stuff. When you stand backstage, you're right next to the speakers and the amps and stuff. And you having long hair, my hair would blow like this from all.
That was the base.
These cities all have ordinances because my son knows when he is the front house engineer for the bands he manages on tour, they can't go above a certain decibel level.
Oh, not in the 80s.
Not in the 80s.
Yeah. You could drive probably about 7-8 miles from the Civic Center in Phoenix, and at that time you could hear who was there.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I didn't know who played it.
Especially if it was Black Sabbath or, you know, groups like that.
Quiet Riot was a loud one.
Yeah.
Poison was another one.
So was GNR.
And not they were loud, but not as loud as some of them other ones.
I think about the loudest I've heard was Kiss. I never heard Quiet Riot.
Maybe early 80s,
Yeah.
but their later stuff they calmed down. Like I said, Quiet Riot was extremely loud. They cranked their amps way up.
Riot.
Yeah.
Quiet Riot, Motley Crue, damn.
Ozzy when Randy Rhoads was around.
Yeah.
He played his amps were cranked way up.
Dokken, I think that's how you
Dokken.
pronounce it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like you.
Did you ever see Led Zeppelin live?
Alive?
No.
A live performance by Led Zeppelin.
No. Well, maybe I did. I probably didn't know who they were though, because I was playing state fairs a lot when I was real little.
Because they played
Bushcraft, you are gone.
That's where I was making out with Marie Osmond, and her brothers chased me out the backstage, and I ran up a wall. This thing,
Metallica.
It was probably a 12-foot wall, and I ran up it and grabbed a hold of the top and stood up there and made fun of them until they found the door to the other side, and they still didn't catch me though. I didn't know who she was until I seen a show a few years later with they were singing I'm a little bit rock and roll, and the other one's a little bit country thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donnie was rock, Marie was country.
Yeah.
Monty.
This country when country wasn't cool. What, sir?
I was standing in the den the other day, weighing myself. I was sucking my belly in. The wife said, "That ain't gonna help you at all." I said, "Yeah, it will too. It helps me see the numbers."
In '97, I went to Metallica up in Kansas City. It was loud.
Metallica's another loud one.
I was second row up, and you could feel the flash pots pop up. You know, the fire flash pots, and you could feel the heat off them, and then it's loud.
Yeah.
I saw a video because the reason I asked about Led Zeppelin, when they were doing the recordings, Jimmy Page insisted he had the amps turned up full blast every time he played the electric guitar. The music would have come out better and cleaner if they had just turned the amps down a little.
Well, it depends which amp he usually had the certain amps turned towards him instead of out toward the audience.
Yeah.
He always said that he had
group did you like?
bad hearing or something like that. He couldn't hear a lot of what he was playing.
Here's a trivia question, Jim. What song did they never play in their live sessions?
What, Led Zeppelin?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, they
I
always.
heard that the other.
You mean concerts?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the name of that?
I can't think of.
The
They
There's
played
one.
I have no idea.
There was three of
Wait,
them, but the main one they
wait.
one of them they never really played was "Living, Loving, She's the Woman."
I've seen, listen, when they released The Song Remains the Same in movie theaters, not the VHS tape, they did Live and Love and Made on that. They didn't put it on VHS because they couldn't fit it.
Jeff, what were you saying to Bonnie?
Back then, what was her favorite group to listen to?
What do you mean back then? You mean Led Zeppelin time or 80s time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
70s and 80s.
ENR.
What were the other two songs, Monty, that they didn't do live?
I'm gonna say one was Misty Mountain Hop.
Yeah, she's saying back when 70s or 80s, Jeff, or both. Both. Okay.
I've seen Misty Mountain Hop on one YouTube video, Eric.
Yeah.
I've even seen.
Oh, Def Leppard's a good one.
Hey, Karen.
Four Sticks is another one.
I never
Pour some sugar on me.
Okay.
Myself, I like Def Leppard before the drummer lost his arm. Not saying he played bad after that, but I like their older stuff. But, you know, Pour Some Sugar on Me and that album, that cassette, I wore out a couple times. That Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction.
Now, wasn't he in a wreck with one of the guys from
Motley Crue?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, all these bands you're talking about, I mean, maybe besides Zeppelin and of course, it's just my humble opinion, but AC/DC's got all of them beat as far as metal goes.
Which one?
Both lead singers.
Well, no. You're saying both. They have
Brian Johnson.
They have a woman singing now.
Well, no, I'm not talking about that.
That's just like Lincoln Park. They got a woman singing now.
Oh,
Would you believe
I don't have nothing wrong with
listened to Lincoln Park?
How do you not listen to Lincoln Park? Oh,
If you want to hear a real
don't turn the radio on.
listen to Halloween. They got a lead singer. She's a redhead. Well, sometimes she's a redhead. She's got a range. Couldn't believe the range.
Okay, you got my attention now.
Halloween. HALOCENE.
Never heard of it.
well, I wish I could actually play music on here, but I actually got a strike on my other channel for playing music, and that's not even monetized.
We'll play it Wednesday.
Oh, you'll get in trouble too.
Well, you figure a lot of
I don't
bands
care.
using females for backups because the lead singer can't hit the high notes. You figure the Beach Boys started doing that, had another guys in the band because when Brian Wilson came back and performed, he couldn't hit the high notes like he used to after Carl died. And the same thing with the Moody
Bonnie,
Blues.
I forgot all about that group.
Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all right. They're from church. They were all right.
They had I think I don't agree with it, but came in fourth for the I don't know if love song ballot, I guess you would call it, 80s.
What was the name of it? You remember?
I can hear it.
I can't.
I was born to be your. You were born to be my baby, and I was born to be your man. One.
Okay. Now, wasn't that the group that also come out with Steel Cowboy?
You mean Wanted Dead or Alive?
On a steel horse
Yeah.
I ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They both complimented themselves with that movie. Because some say the movie wouldn't have did as good as it did if it didn't have Bon Jovi in it. Not in it, but for their soundtrack. And
Are you talking about Harley Davidson and Marlboro Man?
no,
No.
the
Harvest, we're talking about hard rock. We ain't talking about Southern.
Had Emilio Estevez, Diamond Phillips.
yeah,
Oh, Young Guns.
yeah.
1 and 2.
And he dropped the
They're
dog
coming.
name now.
They're coming out with 3.
Are they?
Yeah,
About
that's what the talks are. I don't know if it's true or not.
I wonder if they're going to have a big chicken in number 3.
Look at C.S. Chavez. We're in the spirit world.
I mean, they got chickens in the spirit world.
Well, they was eating it. They ate that flower bloom off the cacti. So yeah, I was about ready to say the name that didn't want to jeopardize the channel. I don't know.
All of them are in a good mood.
Living on a Prayer. Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I remember
How
being
do
at
we
the
go-
roller skate rink. Listen to that.
Dude, I don't even want to tell you the song that we was listening to when I went to the skating rink.
And you got it defeated by Iron Butterfly.
1 hour and 1 eye flying purple people eater.
Now, put your right foot in, take your right foot out.
So you was listening to the Planners?
Look, I had no choice.
What was the other group? There was the Planners, the
Monster Mash.
the lady Gladys Knight, the Pimps.
Not pimps. Pimps.
P-I-P-S.
I always call them
Pimps.
Gladys had a wonderful voice.
Oh yeah.
Aretha Franklin.
Oh,
Which one is it that does a concert in high heels?
Tina Turner.
Tina.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how she's jumping up and down like that.
Yeah. And then Patti LaBelle had the funky looking. She used so much hairspray. That's why there's no ozone.
Oh, Cheap Trick. Oh, I love Cheap Trick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
All she had to do was shake her head no.
The
She would have
Flame.
done stabbed a couple of people.
Actually, the Flame was on the top list, one of the top. I think it was 17 for 80s love ballad or whatever they call them. Love songs.
Who sung Once Bitten, Twice Shy, babe?
Brian, somebody.
No.
It's on
First name.
Cherry Pie.
Yeah.
No, that was Winger sung that, didn't they?
No, that's not Winger.
Well, that was
Winger. What's the difference?
that was wasn't it Warner? Not the song I mentioned, but Cherry Pie. Once Bitten, Twice Shy, but come on now.
I can see him singing it. Brian Adams? No.
Oh.
There you go.
All right.
Someone's good one.
Bushcraft pulling it up.
Great White.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was
No,
White
no.
Lion. Then there was a band called White Lion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Firehouse. There's a couple. There was quite a few good hair bands back then.
Oh yeah. Europe. Final countdown.
You know, you can still,
Loverboy.
Yeah.
They were good. They were a good group.
you know, you can still find those countdown shows on YouTube now. People upload them on there.
There you go, Warren. Thank you,
Yeah.
Bobby.
Yeah, Warren.
Sure.
That's it.
Warren.
I know I started with a
Casey.
W.
I
Casey
should know
Casey.
crap, too.
The voice is Shaggy. Soink Scoob.
Dix is in there listening to music videos.
On YouTube or
Yeah. She's country, definitely. I'm opposite. I'm rock.
I thought
bit of both.
We ain't singing together.
it's all what you grew up with, I guess.
Not really. There's
Well,
not-
I'm gonna say the 70s and the early part of the 80s was the best time to grow up when it comes to the music.
oh
Late
yeah.
60s too.
Well, I like 90s too, though.
Grunge bands.
Yeah.
Night Ranger is good.
Night Ranger's good. Yeah.
No.
Cinderella.
Not good.
I don't like
Oh,
rap
shit.
because they stole the song, but
Night Ranger. Isn't Night Ranger the one that said
Don't tell me you love
they sang Man Eater?
they have,
No.
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 Paul and
Oh,
Oates.
Daryl Hall
Yeah.
Brown Oates song, Man Eater.
Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boys. She'll chew up.
No, that's Paul Notes.
Then you got to figure different parts of the country
Hall Notes or whatever they call them.
played different radio stations. There wasn't much country music in this area on the radio until the one station switched the country about 30 years ago.
Easy
Let
Top.
me put in here.
I still remember on Saturday evenings, my dad listening to the Grand Ole Opry on the AM radio.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Louisiana Hayride.
If you went to their concert, say yes or no, I guess. Guns N' Roses.
Let's get you. I've never been to a concert.
Oh.
Well, you're just going to have to go clean up the back room then, Jeff.
I ain't saying nothing.
Okay. This goes for chat too. Has anybody been to Guns N' Roses concert? I have.
No.
Nope.
Good going, Grace. I like that one.
Mhm. Then we got AC/DC. Yes.
Nope.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
I still have dollar bill, and I had like probably about 400 or 500 of them.
You could probably get some money off of them now.
And you would think you would get more. I think they're up to like 20 each now or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised. U2, I've been there, their concert. It wasn't as good though.
You say
Yeah.
U2?
U2.
I was disappointed. The first time I saw Genesis with friends of mine, we thought Peter Gabriel was going to be in the band, and it was right after he left.
We got no. Okay, people have to say yes on this one. Aerosmith.
Yes.
Nope. I wish when they were still good, I haven't got to. I was not.
Yeah. That was before I got my license.
Now there's one on here that I haven't I actually haven't been to, which is odd. I don't remember being to this one. Dire Straits.
That's another one I wish I'd have been able to get to. I was born a decade too late.
I bet you've never been to a Moody Blues concert.
I wouldn't be surprised if he went to a Moody Blues.
The next one is the Cars.
No.
Ooh, another good band.
Yeah,
Good group.
I may have. I'm not sure.
I think
really, really strange guys in that band though.
not as strange as YMCA.
I don't know.
Bonnie, my last concert I went to
No,
in
no.
03
Oh,
was Leonard Skinner.
Now, one of the best ones I've been to, Journey.
Yes.
Yes.
Journey was good.
Oh man, awesome concert.
I also like Boston.
Yeah, with the
Oh, that-
original singer.
More than a feeling.
Yeah.
Next one is Foreigner.
Yes.
I didn't get
They were
into the
good.
concert too much. I was busy, but
Lou Graham, excellent voice.
oh yeah.
There's a few songs they come out with I really like, but the rest of them, no.
And I'm jealous of y'all. Y'all are
Dirty
older.
White Boy was a good song.
Well, I got into concerts for free when I lived in Phoenix. So I went to 2 to 3 or more a week. Now this one, I went to this one in the
Jackson
80s,
Browne.
so that tells you a lot. Metallica,
Yeah.
one.
I got to see them in '97. They did 2 different stages because they was promoting their new album.
Black one.
Well, they had it's the Star, the jagged
Oh.
little. That was their new album coming out, but they did both stages.
Yeah.
They had that new one set up, and I was like, "What?" It was cool. It was real cool. My very first one though I ever seen was Candlebox.
And here's another one. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Yes, twice.
When they were actually called that.
98 and 2000. Awesome. I'm so glad I got to see him. Oh
And then
man.
I get comments about this one all the time, but ZZ Top. Yes, I've been there and done that. I didn't have a beard then either, so I didn't fit in.
I got to, okay, so the first ZZ Top concert I got to see, it was with the first time I got to see Leonard Skinner too.
Oh,
And that whole concert, both of them was awesome. When they twirled their pink fluffy guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Skinner, I had their last album they came out with before the plane crash.
See, that you're all lucky. I got, fortunately enough, the first one with ZZ Top, that's when Billy Powell was the pianist, was still alive. I was fortunate enough to see him play, but the next one is when I think he'd already passed. They had an eagle statue up on the piano.
Okay. Matter of fact, that was the very first album I ever bought, period.
The next one is I've been there, but I didn't stay to watch them. The Cure.
No.
I don't remember them.
The Cure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another music I'd never been to that.
Yeah, I went to the concert, but I never stayed. I got sidetracked. But next one, yes, I've been to this one too. Bon Jovi, I think twice. And Grace, you went to the Cure. And
I think she was answering the gym bag.
I don't remember if I did or not. I can't remember them or not. If I went to their concert. Sounds like I would have. REO Speedwagon,
Yep.
been that one.
Like them.
And, oh, the good one, Motorhead.
No.
They were pretty good.
That's another one of them loud ones. And Def Leppard,
Yeah.
I think 3 or 4 times to Def Leppard. First time was in Florida, believe it or not.
Yeah. Florida gets a lot of good bands down here.
Yeah.
What band sung Smoke on the Water?
That was Deep Purple.
Deep Purple.
Okay.
After Def Leppard, it's Skid Row.
No.
That's late 80s, if anything, but when they
Yeah.
got popular was in the 90s, I believe.
It's with Sebastian Bach, isn't it? Skid Row?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He always had an issue with peeing his pants on stage. I'm serious.
That's weird. Probably all them high notes he's hitting.
Well, I think it's a little more than notes.
Well, yeah.
The Pretenders.
Chrissy Hine and the Pretenders, no. But I do like them.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. Ain't the Pretenders back in the 50s?
No. 78.
Yeah.
Middle of the road.
You had
Yeah.
the Planners and the Pretenders.
There was a song, The Great Pretender, Jeff. Maybe you're thinking of that.
That was Queen Freddie Mercury.
Now, of course, I've been to this band, the Bangles.
No, but I
Don't
like
even
them.
go there.
Oh boy, I tried for the little short one, but I didn't get nowhere with her.
I guess you oversaw her, huh?
I ended up with the tall drummer.
Hey,
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I didn't know they went back since '81.
They did?
Iron Maiden, yes, I've been to Iron Maiden
I like their group.
maybe 2 or 3 times, I think.
Oh.
And this,
I got to get me a phone charger. I'd be right back.
unfortunately, I would have loved to have been to this concert. Queen.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
I remember watching it, the thing over in the UK when they did that benefit.
At Wimbledon.
Yeah, that's probably the closest I've seen it. And then we got
I think that was Live Aid, wasn't it?
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one is the Smiths.
The who?
Smiths.
Never heard of them.
Me neither.
They weren't around too long. And then Black Sabbath.
Of course.
Nope, I didn't go to that. They probably broke up before. And there's White Snake.
Yep.
I went to a White Snake. I was looking for the girl. I didn't know that she was the lead singer's girlfriend, because she was supposed to go to, she would show up at the concerts all the time, evidently. And I didn't go to her concert, but I met her at a state fair. Blondie. She was way older than me, so.
She had a heart of glass.
Blondie?
Yeah,
No,
she had a heart of glass.
she had a heart of stone.
And then, yes, I've seen them in concert. and a little bit more the Go-Go's.
What group sung Mickey?
Oh, I can't remember.
Okay.
That's their only good song, though.
Yeah, I know.
And I did go to their concert, Huey Lewis and the News.
That would have been awesome.
Wait a minute. Bonnie, I wanted to go to Woodstock, excuse me, I apologize. I wanted to go, but my daddy wouldn't let me go. He said, boy, you ain't but 9 years old.
Yeah, I did go to Dio, and I went to a lot of Ozzy's concerts.
Dio was good.
Yeah. The next one after that is, and I refused to go to these guys because I didn't like them, and people always get mad. Hall & Oates, Daryl Hall and John Oates,
Yeah.
because they just played the living crap out of them on MTV.
Okay, Hall and Oates, their albums are very accurate.
There's a few of their songs I liked.
I don't, because they played the heck out of them. Yeah, I'll get caught singing them every once in a while when they come on the radio, and I'm like, ugh.
When MTV first started out, there was a girl on there. I cannot think of her name, but I mean, she's well known now.
Blackheart.
Downtown Julie Brown.
All she would do would play Van Halen records because she was in love with, I think it was Eddie Van Halen. Damn.
And
So
Talking Heads.
In 98, I caught Van Halen. And guess who opened up for him? Kenny
Van
Wayne
Halen.
Shepherd.
No kidding.
Next one is Talking Heads.
Ooh, that's a really good band.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good concert. I think I only went to one of those. This one I don't recall is New Order.
I don't
It's an English band. They were probably done over with by the time I started going to concerts a lot. And here's another one of my favorite concerts I've been to was Styx. Really, really good concert.
My older brother went to
That
Styx
was
in Kansas.
That was at a state fair too.
What? Yes, I have.
Lady Antebellum? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of them.
I love your songs.
And I wasn't a fan of this band, but I still went to their concert. Duran Duran. They played the heck out of that on MTV too.
What about Wham?
Oh no, I would not go to that concert if you paid me. And you didn't know, and you didn't know, but you kind of knew.
Regardless of his lifestyle, which I don't approve of or didn't approve, still don't, he did have a great voice.
Yeah.
Well, that's just like Quiet Riot.
Yeah, but if I step on one of my cat's tails, they have one heck of a voice too.
Well, Duran Duran had a few good songs. I can't think of which one I like.
And this group, I probably saw toward the end of their time. Heart.
I saw them too. Yep.
Oh.
And it was
very good voice on her.
Like you did, Bush. It was at the fairgrounds. It was Heart.
Yeah.
Bon Jovi, Styx.
Yeah, I saw.
They didn't play long sets because there was like four, but I forget the last.
Yeah, they don't have very long ones at fairs.
Well, not only that, the bands that are that old now, they can't go that long.
Yeah.
They don't have a juice.
Yeah, Ann Wilson
Either.
performed in a wheelchair. She was diagnosed a few years ago with breast cancer, I think.
Yeah, she's been battling it for a long time.
Seen Hootie and the Blowfish.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, I didn't see them in the 80s, but I seen them in 90. Actually, up in New York, Poughkeepsie, New York, actually.
And Hart's album's very high quality. When the first time I ever heard Dreamboat Annie, I couldn't believe the sonics of it. Just as good as Supertramp, Crime of the Century, or Dark Side of the Moon.
And here it is. Kiss. I've been to their concerts. I've been to their concert when they were in makeup and when they were out, and when they went back into makeup when they didn't have the originals.
Oh, okay.
Because they did some kind of benefit thing where they dressed back up again, but the two guys kind of had altered. They weren't like the original drummer and the guitarist Ace and
Paul Stanley.
Peter.
yeah, but the
Well, Ace Frehley was the
lead guitarist.
lead guitarist, and I think Gene Simmons was the bassist.
Yeah,
Paul Stanley was the rhythm guitar, and Peter Criss was the drummer.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when they did the benefit where they put their makeup back on, the two they didn't have the same makeup as Chris and Ace. They was kind of altered.
Right.
It wasn't quite the same. It almost like a new look for them, which kind of was weird, even though everybody knew it wasn't them. And the Rolling Stones.
I never, and I could smack myself that I had I never got to see him, but I could.
Same here. That's one band I was like, I'm not like a huge fan, but I like a lot of their songs. But to pass up going to a Rolling Stones concert.
They always did big venues. Friends of mine went and saw them in Philadelphia, I guess when the JFK Stadium was still in use, and they said that it was a good performance, but they said the sound quality was just awful because it was going through mostly the PA system. That's
Now,
in high school.
This band, Jeff probably got into E Street Band.
Oh, not
I
that.
like some of their songs, but I did
That's
not get
second.
into them. I know. I'm getting back. Don't worry about it.
I can't stand
I'll get him.
Bruce Springsteen one bit.
Oh,
The Go-Betweens.
never heard of him.
Me neither.
Australian band.
Really?
I think they had maybe a couple good songs in early 80s, 78 or 79, something like that.
We got a bad thunderstorm coming in.
Next one is Survivor.
Yeah, they're good.
Been to that one. And also to this next one, The Police.
Yeah.
And I would love to see Jeff with one of these hats on, but Devo.
Whip it good.
Yeah.
Give me the hat.
No. Correct that
I
whip.
wear the hat on live stream.
Imagine him with a whip and a hat. And say that
Whip it good.
Now this one, if you watch Karate Kid, Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were pretty good back in the day.
They were in the fairgrounds here too.
Yeah, that's where I seen them at the fairgrounds. Didn't know who they were at first until I started hearing them sing, and I'm like, oh, I remember that song. And then Led Zeppelin.
Nope.
That's pretty good.
It was probably 77 or 78. And again, it was a fairgrounds. And I don't know who they were until I heard Stairway to Heaven. And then I was like hooked. The Ramones. And I didn't know the Ramones were a thing in the 90s. And Warrant.
About You.
They pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty much a one-hit wonder. They did have 3 songs that did pretty good, but that was pretty much it. And here's another good one. Megadeth.
Megadeth, yeah.
Grace, have you been to CBGB's?
And The Cult.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about them.
Yeah, I did. Usually a lot of the English bands I didn't, early 80s English, I didn't go too much. And this band I've been to probably 4 times, Scorpions. 4 or 5 times at least.
Yeah. Hell, I was always too stoned to go.
Van Halen. And we got Motley Crue.
Yep. I'm saying yep because I like the band.
Yeah. But that's the top bands for the 80s.
Grace says they do not sell Devo hats on Amazon.
I don't know where you'd be able to get a Devo hat.
You need a whip too. You ought to dress up like that for Halloween.
Hey, I got the wheel.
Come up to the front door with a Devo hat and shirt and a whip.
It's called an energy dome.
Dixon may not like that. I may end up having some people that don't want to leave.
Often reformed to a flower pot.
Ashley, somebody's got one.
Okay, let's go to shopping. Oh,
I remember the Saturday Night Live skit where they used the flower pots.
$60.
Yeah.
For Hello Merch sells them for $60. That's the only one I see. Yeah. Oh, here's another one on eBay. $499.
They're gonna keep that.
Here's one on eBay. Vintage 1980 Devo Energy Dome hat. $500.
No way.
Are they saying it's a crop from the video?
I don't know. They gave them out in concerts.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably where they got it.
Okay, most of those shirts, I remember getting a Ted Nugent shirt when I saw them in 11th grade.
Let's see.
I think after it was washed, it fell apart. They use cheap material for these concert shirts, these bands.
Let's see how much that costs.
I see Bonnie. Yeah, Joan Jett, that was one of my favorite concerts. Third row center, and I was 16.
Where'd you see them at?
Passaic Theater. Passaic Theater.
Okay.
Do you know the reason Jett quit?
Say again, Jeff.
Do you know the reason Joan Jett quit singing? Because people were taking advantage of her and the band and wasn't giving her shots like they supposed to. And she got fed up with it.
She ended up making her own label, though.
Yeah, she's still singing.
She still sings.
She ain't singing
originally
much.
started with the Runaways, that group with
Yeah.
Lita was part of that group.
That might be what you're talking about, Jeff. Oh,
Maybe
I
somebody.
didn't even know Monty fell.
And the other favorite one of mine was Boston at Ruth Eckerd Hall. My sister-in-law, who's no longer my sister-in-law,
Somebody in the back
toward
room.
the end of the show, Tom Schultz threw his pick into the crowd, and it bounced off my head and landed right on her, and she kept it.
I went to Monty was in the backstage. I went to click to add him, and he left, and I kicked you.
What?
Ain't that a bad bummer?
Jeff.
What are fans for, huh?
Oh, by the way, the AC/DC dollar goes for $13.50.
Damn, it dropped in price, didn't it?
Yeah, I wonder. Oh wait, here he is. He's back again. There you go.
Welcome back.
It dropped me like a hot plate of flapjacks.
Don't hit that red button again.
I didn't hit. There ain't no red button, anyways. It says it's blue and it says leave, but I didn't hit it.
Oh really? My button's pink. It says end stream.
I'm not even going there with that remark.
Yeah, mine's pink too with an X through it. It says leave.
Well, I'm on a A53 Samsung. It's not even on the S flagship series. So
you got to get with the program, man.
I got an S22 sitting right over there. That's what I joined on with the other night, but it echoed.
Yeah, that was Jim's fault.
Yeah, it's Jim.
But right now it's been plugged in for about, I don't know, 40 minutes, and I'm at 41% still.
Actually, where is Jim?
You have to get these bigger cords for the newer phones. Look how fat those cords are.
Golly.
Yeah.
You can jumpstart a car with that.
Well, this is the normal one for phones.
Yeah.
This is the ones if you want to charge it fast.
Yeah, you need like 12 gauge wire.
And you need one of these things. It's got an extra booster thing on it.
Well, send me the links in an email, please, brother.
Well, I got these.
Sometime.
I got this on TikTok, and I got this. There is no Radio Shack.
Yes, there is too.
Not around here.
No,
I got this off of Amazon.
Pull up Radio Shack.
A lot of those boxes that can handle different size wires, they last for a while and then they don't charge as fast.
Oh yeah,
it's the Love Shack. It's the Love Shack, baby.
And the B-52s, I like them.
Oh yeah, what I was Jonah Jet. I actually met her in Florida too, but I was real little, and I was. You remember those?
What she said?
Those booths that had the jukeboxes at the table.
Yeah.
Where I was playing her song, and she got up as they were walking out. I guess it was the band. I don't know. And she come over and rubbed my head. And I looked at her, and I looked at because they had a little albums on the little cards that you flip through.
Right.
I looked at her again, and then she was gone. I was like, cool.
Yeah, that's the old diner style where they had the.
Wasn't there a female lead singer that her name was Blackie?
Blackie?
I've not heard that.
But she was blonde. But I mean.
You talking about Pinky Tuscadero or Leather Tuscadero?
I think maybe. I don't know.
That's Grease, isn't it?
But that was off of Happy Days, wasn't it?
Right.
No.
Yeah, Happy Days.
Oh yeah.
Grease.
Charging cords we got from Amazon got hot and started melting. Holy
yeah, me
crap.
too, Daniel. That's why you got to watch them.
Rolls-Royce is making new engines for the B-52 bombers.
Look, we're talking rock and roll.
But he mentioned B-52.
Yeah, B-52s was a band.
Right.
Well, I think they still are, but
They are. They
no,
they
Jeff,
started retrofitting
Jeff,
them
it's a
all
short
all
circuit.
That'll fly for another 50 years.
Till 2050.
I've heard of Skillet.
yeah, that's I'm at, and nothing hanky panky ish, but I'm friends with the drummer
Hey, Lily J.
because of World of Warcraft. You know, I've met a lot of famous people from World of Warcraft. It seems weird. You know, Shaq played World of Warcraft. I never met him or anything. Yeah, Skillet is awesome.
Yeah, one problem with seeing these big name bands in Philadelphia was the acoustics was awful. When my wife and I saw the Midi Blues in 1991 at the Valley Forge Music Fair, we couldn't believe how the sound was. It was just so awesome.
Yeah, they get right here with where the Lightning play. I don't think it's called Amalie Arena anymore, but the acoustics there are just, it's either that or the sound system, because we saw Bon Jovi and Daughtry opened up for him, and it was just horrid. The sound quality, even for Bon Jovi.
Yeah, a lot of them are that way though. There's and I can't remember the place or anything, but all I remember is drunk people rolling down the hill. You could bring your coolers and stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
no, this was actually in a skating arena, you know, where it was really like steep, seats were steep, like straight up, not straight up.
Jim, you're doing it again.
What am I doing?
Eric's bleeding through. Go ahead, Eric. Try talking again.
I was talking about the arena we were in.
Oh, it's good now.
Somebody, you said, mentioned something about like at the fairgrounds when people were getting sick. And there was a girl next to me drinking all night long, like the size of a milkshake cup. And it just went all over the person in front of her. And it's just, so yeah, there's certain places to sit and certain places not to.
Yeah, this was up on a hill, and then they had the stage down below. It sounded actually pretty good if you got in a certain area,
right?
Because if you got too close, it sounded like crap because it's a room. The noise.
Was that right off I-4?
I couldn't tell you. I remember going there probably 20 times, but I couldn't. Most of the time, I don't remember leaving.
Yeah.
A couple times I woke up the next day there.
Right.
Like I said, you could bring whatever you wanted to there. Majority of the time, people up on the top part of the hill would get wasted and roll down. You ever see them chasing the cheese down and stuff? The mountains. That's what it was like, but they didn't do it on purpose. They just got too wasted. But they would have, they would open it up for multiple bands.
Yeah.
And you'd be there all night.
They just had the Strawberry Festival down here. I think it's over in Lakeland. And they had some headliners, I mean, big bands. And, you know, you figured it might be $25, $30 a ticket just because it's part of it. You know, it's not comfortable seating and all. They
Yeah.
wanted over $100 for $150 for a ticket.
Oh, those places are expensive now. What, like that's oh, the blonde chick that always breaks up with people and writes a song.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Taylor Swift.
yeah. I hear people buying tickets for their kids $2,000-$3,000. I'm like,
Ridiculous.
what?
You know what she did break up with? Her microphone.
There you go.
Well, before most of the Moody Blues passed away, this was like in the early 2000s. They were playing in Bethlehem, PA, and I looked up the prices for the seats, and the cheap seats were $250. The seats down in the front were $500.
Well, that like Taylor Swift's, they're $20-some thousand for certain spots. I'm like, who would do that?
And this was a small venue, a place that could hold only maybe 2,000, 2,500 people.
Woo! See that's still crazy.
What's that? Carrie Underwood.
I remember seeing her on that.
Yeah, but I like her. She's
contest show or whatever it was.
She was
American
let's
Idol.
see, Kelly was the first winner.
American Idol.
Second winner of what, American Idol?
Yeah.
But AC/DC just had a concert here in Tampa, and they sold out 4 freaking hours. 4 hours.
Who was singing though? You know, Axl was singing for AC/DC.
That's only because what's his name? He didn't quit. I don't know. Did he get sick?
Yeah, he's his throat. He can't sing anymore.
Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
I went to an Eminem concert once. Bought seat ticket.
I never did go to his.
Nah.
I went to Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby, push.
You know that song by Eminem called Superman?
Yeah.
By who?
Superman.
Yeah, he leaps tall things in single bound. But so up on stage, see, some of that album it was some diss songs against Mariah Carey, and the chick that they had up on stage during this concert, she could have been her doppelganger.
Wow.
Oh, did he come back?
That's what Bobby says.
Huh. I don't know. I haven't heard anything for a while. I wouldn't mind going to see it.
I saw a commercial on TV where Kid Rock was pitching one of these things to get insurance for stuff in homes, that appliances that break down. Thinking if Kid Rock's doing that, he must be looking for money.
Well, that's why they do it, to get money.
But I thought the guy made a lot, was worth a lot already.
Yeah, but you spend it, it goes away.
Well, in the commercial, it was on Pluto TV. He was saying about, he has his home's all the appliances insured. Like if the AC breaks down, water heater. I'm thinking, if you're not if you've gone through all that money already, shame on you.
Well, you never know. It might be his company too.
He put his son through college and a whole bunch of other, and he's charitable with his money.
Yeah. His beer's not too bad either. Does he still do his beer?
I don't know.
I know he destroyed some beer a couple of
Isn't
years.
Yeah.
Bobby Rock.
I think is funny is Snoop, because he walks around acting like a gangbanger and all this stuff, and he's been married to the same woman for 25 freaking years, and he's got like 5 or 6 kids, and
he's a
never
mama's
hear of
boy.
any money trouble or any. It's all a show.
Or he was a mommy's boy. I don't think his mom's around anymore.
The Kid Rock.
No, Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg.
Just like Shaq, you never hear any bad things about him.
Oh, he's a nice guy though.
Yeah.
I met him in Florida.
Right? You meet everyone in Florida.
It was
Shaq-
actually during one of the hurricanes.
Shaq was telling a story once. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bush.
Oh, just when I went down there to go to work and clean up and stuff. He was down there moving stuff. I turned around and seen a big dude sitting behind me lifting stuff up, and it dawned on me because I watched him play basketball and stuff, and sure enough, it was Shaq, and we sat there and talked for probably 20 minutes while we were in the same area. And then I had to get up on the truck and go to another area. But he was really nice.
What's the big attraction?
He told me I saw him interviewed. He told this story about I think it was him and Magic Johnson. I think it was Magic Johnson, and they were fighting on the court. Not a full out brawl, but it was getting bad. And after the game, Shaq's mother got him on the phone. And they did a conference call.
Yeah.
And Magic's mother was on the call too. And they're like, "Don't you ever do that again." And that was the end of it. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Magic. Irwin Magic Johnson.
I like because I don't watch basketball anymore, but if I don't have the channel anymore. I think it was TNT or USA, and
They both play basketball.
Well, I would tune in just to watch their commentary at half times and at the end, because him and Charles going back and forth.
Oh, Sir Charles
Barkley.
Oh man, it's hilarious.
I think it was him. It was Charles Barkley that got in a fight with him.
Oh yeah. Now I remember that story.
Yeah,
because that's where I heard it at. It's on one of
both brothers got on the phone, and it's just like,
yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
Charles Barkley was a troublemaker.
Oh yeah, he was a browser back in the day. He was good. I was when he went to Phoenix. I was so happy. I was hoping they would get him a ring, but unfortunately not.
Yeah, Barkley and Shaq, they was always.
Yeah.
Well, Barkley was speaking out against Trump when he ran both times for president.
Who is?
Barkley.
I don't know. I don't. When people talk about politics, I tune away from
That's
that.
as funny as Stephen A. thinks he's going to be president or a politician or something.
Celebrities and sports stars need to just keep their opinions to themselves.
Well, the thing is, Barkley has occasionally showed up on WYSP, which used to be 610 AM, which was the station that played FM radio when Howard Stern started out. But then he was on. He would show up as a special guest on one of those, because it's all sports 24/7. He was actually on Howard Eskin's show going on about Trump a few years ago. Because once I was clicking stations and just looked at him, heard him.
Yeah, Ice Cube's cool guy too.
But I think Barkley's taken about face over the trans thing in sports.
Oh, he was never a fan of it.
Well, he was a little in the beginning, then he did an about face.
Who?
Well, Charles Barkley, he was for women's sports with the WNBA and against Trump, but then when the trans thing
No, that's different. This is he's against men dressing up as women and joining their sports. He was against that. He's not against the WNBA. He was, that was because of the famous girl that's getting hassled and stuff.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, that's what that was about. He was against because she's making the WNBA lots of money, and he says they shouldn't basically trash on the money maker right there, because that's millions that they're making off of her.
And I've seen there's a lot of WNBA athletes that are against her, and if you ask me, it's their talent number. All the dirty shots in the games.
Oh yeah,
They're doing it because she's new and she's good.
yeah,
Better than they are, and they can't stand it.
yeah.
Nope.
And it's all because they lost that drive when they first come in, trying to prove themselves.
I gotta go get Jack. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. It's at 11 o'clock mark.
Mark.
I'll be live Wednesday with Jeff. We're gonna bring back the Bushy Bear show, as everybody called it. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but who knows? Probably food. But we'll see you guys Wednesday, and stay out of trouble.
Nighty night.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.